What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm here. I'm the host for today. My name is Yoni. I'm here with my two friends, both Adam and Joseph. And today we are going to be doing a 2020s collaborative ranking. So we did recently 2000s and 2010s. And how this is going to work is we're each going to take turns picking movies. And we have a 1 through 30 draft board. So we're going to start from 30 and work our way up to 1, and we're going to each take turns. And if somebody makes a pick that one of us strongly disagrees with, we are allowed to veto it. A veto makes it so that that person can't pick that movie again, and it's either going to have to force somebody else to pick that movie or it won't be on the list entirely. So, to start today's episode, we're going to spin a wheel to see who starts, who gets what pick in this draft. And this should be a really exciting one. We really like this format, and let's get into it.
And one thing we've started to realize is that the wheel is not really what matters in the sense that of strategy, because I think none of us really care whether moves first or second. It's more of when vetoes are used that's
Yeah.
important.
All right. I've gotten to pick the number one movie for the past two drafts. Let's see if it happens a third time.
I've gotten the number two movie. Joseph's gotten the number three. Oh,
Joe,
get out of here.
first pick.
Am
All
I
right.
really gonna get second all three times, bro? Joseph, what's the number one overall movie of the?
I
Let's
don't
go.
know.
I'm second
You'll
for
have
the
to see,
third straight
you'll
draft.
have to see the list. I don't know. You'll have to figure out. I don't think
Yes.
I don't know if you should this is kind of one thing I'm kind of gonna say on the spot. I don't know if you guys will agree with this. I think for part of this we shouldn't be like mid checking other people's letterbox rankings just
Oh,
because I think
I've never done that for any.
I think I did it a little bit last episode and it kind of made it less fun for me. So I'm gonna try to not do that to
Yeah,
take out.
I like being shocked.
All right. All right.
So
Let's
you're
try to
gonna
make
have to decide if you want to have faith in me or not, because
let's try to make this
obviously,
our most authentic ranking, like our most real and
yeah.
genuine ranking.
Okay.
Because there were some issues with both of us, or with all three of us, really, last time. And hopefully that's not a repeat. So, all right, I guess I start us off at number 30. Okay. Hmm. Um,
I'm in your head. I already know what you're picking.
you have no idea what I'm picking.
Yes, I do. It's a Marvel movie. I'm in your head. I'm in your head. I'm so in your head. I'm
All right,
so in your head.
Um, it very well might be a Marvel movie.
Dun, da, 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 dun, da, da, da. Fantastic.
Okay, you can probably stop that. Um,
So in your head. Da, na, 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 da, na.
I'll go with a Marvel movie. I'll
I'm
pick,
so,
I'll pick Fantastic Four.
I'm so in your head. I knew that was coming from a mile away.
Uh, I don't think
This is
I don't
acceptable. I have this at 3.5.
this is well outside of my list, but I'm not going to veto it because it's 30th. So
I thought this was a really great Marvel movie. I had it as a four. I really liked the vibe, like the 60s vibe of this movie, and I really liked all the characters in it. I liked the representation of Silver Surfer in it. I liked all the members of the team, and yeah, I thought this was a good Marvel movie. Like it would definitely be in my like seven or like my top seven or eight Marvel movies.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we don't spend too much time on the ones we've already discussed a lot. I know we've been doing that in the past, but we can also make these go a little bit quicker. Um, Joseph, anything you want to say about it? Or?
not my favorite movie. I don't hate the pick in the sense that like, I have it at a
Let's be
three and
honest,
a half.
2020s doesn't have that many great movies.
We're
I
only
think that there
six
is a
years
fair
into it.
bit.
We're
I mean,
only
I have
five and a
this.
half years into it, really.
Right.
Yeah.
I have this quite outside of where I would have even considered picking. I mean, in my 2020s ranking, I have this at like 51 out of like 75 or something like that. I think it's a good movie. I'm not as high on it as you guys, I don't think. Or maybe me and Adam are on a similar
Yeah, we are.
wavelength on this, but
Hmm.
it is what it is.
All
Okay.
right. For my first pick here, I'm gonna go with the final movie of a trilogy that I love, Paddington in Peru. Um, I think that I saw this in theaters. This is just a trilogy that I love. And I'm going to be honest, it doesn't do anything amazing besides wrap up the trilogy in a perfect way. Um, again, there's no really need to spoil, but again, it just wraps it up so beautifully. It's very cliche. It has the generic everything, but again, that's Paddington. And I just think this is a really nice movie and a really heartwarming movie. So I think it belongs around the bottom of the list.
All right.
Yeah,
I haven't seen this,
seen
so
it. Uh,
I mean, I like the first two Paddington movies, so if it's anything similar, I'm sure this is a solid
Yeah,
pick.
it's just a little bit of a drop off for me. I would definitely
Yeah.
recommend watching it if you ever like have time, if you want to like a relatively short movie and you don't want to like lock in too much.
all right.
Are you telling me that Paddington doesn't require you to be locked in?
Paddington 1 and 2 does.
I think
This
that's
is more.
disrespectful. I think it's no, I'm kidding. Um, Again, I don't really know exactly where to go with this, just because like I don't know how much overlap we're gonna have. I'm just gonna take this here because I do want it on the list, but I do have quite a few things over it. I'm gonna take Alien Romulus.
Okay. I actually forgot about that. Thanks.
Well, the problem is,
That's totally
Um,
fine with me.
I think I've talked about this one or two times. I think Yoni might have talked about it once. It's a very, very strong Alien movie in my opinion. Like I give it a 4 star. Very fun watch. I think there's a good horror element in this movie, especially compared to some of the other Alien movies that kind of devolve more into sci-fi or action, which can also be great. But I like how this kind of returns to more of the traditional Alien aspect. I don't think it's as good as the two originals, Alien and Aliens, but I think it's probably the best movie in the franchise since then. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and it's definitely deserves a spot on the list to me.
Yeah, I enjoyed it also. I think that this is, like you said, it really dives into the horror where you really have sequences where you feel claustrophobic and you feel like you're in danger and you're with these characters. In terms of like the weak points of this Alien movie for me, it's kind of the cast and the characters. Like I was kind of just meh on all of them
Yeah,
somebody compared to someone like Ripley or someone that has a little bit more of like
I
of a
agree to an extent. What did you think about go down for a second, go to David Johnson, his character,
I thought his character was
the robot.
like
I thought he
that.
was very good in this movie.
It
I thought
works.
he was a good character.
Yeah, no, I thought he was a good character, but everyone else I was just kind of like pretty like neutral on.
Also, I do think that Kaylee Spaney obviously plays the lead. If you haven't seen Alien movies, one thing you'll notice is every Alien movie, the lead is like a short-haired woman.
Yeah.
I do think she's probably my favorite one since Ripley as the lead.
I've only seen the first two and then this, so
Yeah.
I mean I easily prefer.
I think she's good. I generally find her to be a good actor. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I think this is a good pick. It can definitely be in this like conversation, the top 30 of the decade.
all right.
Oh, it's back to me. Okay. I'm normally used to having the first pick, so let's see. I'll go. This might be a bit low for you guys. Eh. Yeah, this might be a bit low for you guys, but I'm gonna go Top Gun Maverick.
I'm cool with that spot.
Have not seen this movie. I know that's
I
crazy.
haven't seen it.
Everyone's seen this movie, but I
I
haven't.
haven't seen it in a while. Like I think I've only seen it once and I saw it in theaters, but I remember really, really enjoying it. I think I have it as a 4 star or 3.5. And I really enjoyed this. I thought this was a little bit better than the original. I thought maybe like
By the way, sorry, no, you want to make your screen full screen? It'll just make it.
I
Thanks.
honestly don't remember it that well. But I just remember really enjoying it and specifically the like action sequences I thought were really good. Were really good.
Yeah, haven't watched it, so don't have an opinion.
No, I like this pick. I think it's in a pretty good spot. I know some people would have it higher. I do think that it's a very good movie. It's not necessarily my elite tier of the 2020s, and I probably would have picked it pretty soon if you hadn't picked it. So yeah, I like the spot. Good pick.
I'll be honest, as someone who obviously didn't watch this, it feels like this is a movie that just belongs on the list because everyone was talking about it when it came out. Like when you think of the 2020s decade, this will probably be maybe not in the top 30 by the end of it, but it'll be one of the most like iconic in the sense that when it came out, it was like all the craze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I plan on watching I watched Top Gun and or the original Top Gun and fell asleep an hour and a half
Nice.
in, which is a crazy. I was exhausted that night, but I'm gonna watch Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick eventually. All
I
right,
maybe you like the original more actually now that I think about it.
really.
I like
Yeah.
Maverick more. I like the original. I don't think it's great, but
All right, I'm gonna beg and plead with you guys on this one. I'm just please let it be on the list. I'm going Minions Rise of Gru. Please just listen before I say something,
mm-mm.
and then you can veto. I
No.
promise you can veto before just listen. Okay? This is a 3.1 average on Letterboxd, so it's not like this is some slop.
That's
Second,
pretty bad,
I have
but
this at 4 stars. Okay, putting a 4 star at 26 is completely fair. And third, do you not remember our pull up to Minions Rise of Gru,
I
Joseph?
do, but that
Do you
doesn't make
not
it a good
remember
movie.
the
No,
pull
I
up?
remember it.
Come
I
on.
remember it. It was
Yoni,
cinema,
go to
but at
my
this,
TikTok
but what was
and watch
cinema?
the pull
I
up.
remember. I don't need to see it because I remember exactly what happened. That part was cinema. The
This
movie
was
itself. The
legendary.
problem is it's a
This was a
Minions
moment in
movie.
society.
Like you go there and you're hyped because of the meme or like the trend, and then you just
Yes,
realize, oh,
everyone
it's a
pulls up in
Minions movie.
suits.
I do think it's not necessarily a bad
It's a
movie. I think
good
it's
movie and it's fine
average
being here.
movie. I think it's easily better than Minions 1. But
I
dude, there's so many good movies from the 2020s.
I
Like,
get that, but can you let it be and you save a veto?
ugh, Yoni,
I
what do you?
I I I think
Yoni,
I really do think it's too big of an ask for a Minions movie to be on here. Like
God, I have it at four
You know, what
stars.
I will say is there's a level of respect I have for your dedication to the Minions franchise, even though I completely
Minions and
disagree.
Monsters, 5 stars soon.
Again, I've said this, I'm gonna keep repeating this. That is the worst trailer I've ever seen.
It's not. Gumi is an elite character.
I don't
No,
want
the
I
only
really
the only thing, he's voiced by Trey Parker, creator of South Park,
Really? That's funny.
and obviously he's just getting a bag. I don't know why he would be in Minions. What is it, Minions and Monsters?
Yeah, but Minions Rise of Gru, again, this is my what I'm putting here. I'm asking you guys to leave it very nicely.
I don't want to do a veto like this early, but I genuinely feel like I have to.
Did you not like this movie?
It's just top
Um,
30 is a lot,
yeah,
dude.
top
Like
30.
it's a
There's a lot of great movies this decade. Um, I just don't want to like use my veto. Joseph, you might have to veto this one.
Have you,
Joseph,
what's your
remember
rating
the
of this
goddamn
movie? What's
pull-up,
your
bro.
rating of this movie?
4 stars.
No,
I don't
no,
know. I might
Yoni.
not have it logged on Letterboxd.
You can check on your
I
computer.
don't think I do. I'd probably just say
The
it's.
only the thing I'm like,
I
You
might
can
not
veto it if you really want, but I think the pull-up Joseph alone should warrant you not vetoing this.
I don't think I have it logged.
This was a good movie.
good is pushing it. I mean, it's just a Minions movie. Like that's kind of the problem.
Minions is good. It's creative.
Is it?
Yes, it's very creative.
I don't think so.
It's very damn creative.
I feel like it's
I don't
not.
want to spend too much time on this, so can you guys just accept it or veto it?
Yoni, I'm not vetoing it, so you have to veto
Yes,
it.
come on,
You
Yoni,
have to veto
please.
it if you want it off.
Tony. Tony! Tony! Tony!
Okay, I know it's reactionary, but just edit it out. Just don't call me that, please. Like I don't
Oh,
want.
sorry. I'll edit that out.
Fine, fine.
All right. Yoni, let's go. Thank you for adding that. Come on.
What I will also say is,
You're a beast, bro.
I think anyone who, obviously, everyone who's watching this and who's listening to this, you should obviously watch the whole episode and listen to our rationale for every one of our picks. However, to the people that skip to the end and just see the list, I think they'll know who put that there. So it's cool with me, you know. It's
It's
like
a
the list
good
with the
movie. The
asterisk.
pull-up was legendary.
But again, that's the pull up. The movie itself is okay. I think
I
I
just
have
don't
it.
want to.
Let me see where I
No,
have
I
it
You
just
on.
have
don't
it at
want
two and a
to.
half. I just saw you scrolled.
No,
You scrolled
where do
down.
I have it on my, I have it at 66 out of 72 on my
No,
2020.
God.
2020's list. So maybe I should have
The
vetoed
thing
it,
is,
but
I just don't want to use a veto. Like I realized how
Thank you. This
valuable
is not serious enough to use a veto on it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
if it were like,
There are certain movies that if you say them, I'm just gonna be like,
yeah, you better start picking,
I
your
know, I know, I know. Maybe one or two more.
all right, it's my pick again.
Yeah.
Hmm, this is tough. There's so many options to pick from here that
That are like all in this tier. When it gets above,
yeah.
it's pretty obvious. I'm with you on that.
I'm gonna go with something that's just fun as hell, and I do think it's like just a blast. I'm gonna go Bullet Train.
Oh, I
I haven't
didn't
seen
like
it.
this movie. I have this at 2.5 stars. I'm not. I kind of
If
want to.
you have it at 2.5, I vetoed everything at a 2.5, besides Mad Max.
You didn't.
Well, he just said it. He can do it
Yo,
if he wants. I have plenty. I have enough.
Joseph has Minions: Rise of Gru at 66 and did veto it, so I think I'm gonna let this pass because he
Yeah.
clutched for me.
I haven't seen it. I
I
watched
just
the
thought
first like
this.
15 minutes on a plane and like didn't really want to continue watching, but like I'm not gonna say I
I'm
watched.
sorry, but this is Brad Pitt's worst ever performance.
No, not even close. It's definitely not one of his best, but
I
I
haven't
think it,
watched all of his movies, but out of the ones I've watched, it definitely is.
nah. I mean, he doesn't really do much in this movie. I don't think he's bad in it. I think this movie's just fun as hell. If you want to be a critic and say like at times this movie is really stupid or is
Yeah.
like
Stupid's the perfect word that I would use.
in excess of trying to be funny. I can get that. I just had a blast watching this movie. I love the characters. Like Tangerine and Lemon is like such a funny duo with Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry both are like super funny in this movie. This movie is also a cameo fest, but in a way that I kind of like. I will say the kind of villain storyline is kind of stupid, but I
White
honestly
Dad?
didn't really care that much when I was watching because
Are you
this
talking about
movie
the
is
White Dad?
yeah. But I didn't really care that much because to me, this movie was, I just thought
Bro,
of this as more
Bad
as a
Bunny,
comedy
bro.
than
I
anything
forgot
else.
Bad Bunny was in this.
So
Oh.
I thought this movie was fun as hell. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I know I guess you thought it was too dumb or something. I'm
Yeah,
just
I have it at 2.5. But
I
again,
mean, I think
you
that's
let
kind of
Minions
like
go, so I'm letting this go.
Okay. So now that I'm thinking about it, I like this Marvel movie less than the Marvel movie I had put on earlier. But speaking of Cameo Fest, I'm gonna go with Spider-Man No Way Home if both of you
Yeah,
have.
it just has to be on here. It's too iconic.
Yeah, it has
I have it
to.
at 3.5, and someone had to pick it. It's too iconic.
I mean,
It's the best
if I'm
movie
not
theater
vetoing
experience of
Rise
the
of Gru, I
2020s.
can't
Is
veto
that not
that.
wrong?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean,
Is this
I'm not
not the
gonna
best
lie,
movie theater experience of the 2020s?
there are some better ones
No.
coming up.
What's
Aqua
better?
will be better. Dune Part 3 will be better. Doomsday will be
No,
better.
no, no, that we've had.
Sinners was better the first
Sinners was
time.
not a better movie theater experience. You know when I
For
say
me,
that,
it
like
was.
every
No way.
people were going crazy and cheering in your theater for Sinners.
Yeah, but
People,
also
People were
there's a
going
difference
mental
between
in the theaters for
here's the
Spider-Man No Way
but it's
Home.
also like I guess it depends on how you gauge
No, that's what
movie.
I mean by movie theater experience. I mean the culture and everyone going crazy. I'm not talking
But
about
I don't
like
also
Tom
people.
I don't
Holland's
necessarily want
Spider-Man on
like
screen was so
Oh
unbelievable.
my God,
Like
at
everybody
the
in my
same like
theater erupted. It was
yeah,
insane.
yeah, me too.
It
It
was
was
mental.
the best theater experience besides Endgame I've ever
Yeah,
had.
I
it's the
don't
best
know.
of the 2020s by a good mile.
I just didn't like I think part of it is like when you like a movie but you don't love it and everyone's going crazy, it's just like I don't know how much you can vibe with that. Like I liked it, but I don't think it's one of like the best. I mean, again, I'm not gonna veto it because I understand why it's on this, and I don't hate it. I think I like it overall, but like,
Wait, by the way, I just want to put this out there for you, but before you decide not to veto this, this is Jake Ellenbogen's number one movie of all time.
so I guarantee
I'm not even joking. He wrote in his review, this
not
is
a
my
single
favorite.
person will know who that
He
is,
wrote
and
in my
there's
review, this is my favorite
and
movie
rightfully
ever, and
so,
it's number one in his top
because
four
that
list.
for those who don't know that this guy's this grifter. He's just someone we
He's
should
a
mention
Rams
because he's
content creator.
one of the most unlikable individuals I've ever had the displeasure of having to listen to in my life.
He said, I will watch this movie 1,000 times in my lifetime, I would
This is a
imagine.
grown man, by the way, whose favorite
I,
movie is No Way
He said
Home.
this is
by
a
the way,
love letter to Spider-Man fans, and it wasn't just fan service.
I
It
don't.
wasn't, I mean, it was like, it low key kind of was mostly fan service, but
It
The
like,
was.
Aunt May stuff is good.
This is Jake Ellenbogen's favorite ever movie.
all right, let's stop talking about, stop giving him a
The
platform.
Bogan.
Yeah.
I
We
do
don't want
think
to keep helping out smaller creators, you know?
I do think this is maybe one of the least rewatchable Spider-Man movies because
That's
it
fair.
relies so much on like Toby and Andrew coming in, and you kind of already like
Also, yeah, wait. The
bananas.
first act of
Even
this
the
movie
part with all
sucks.
three, anything with all three of them is really great in this.
Doctor Strange in this movie,
It's an
James
abandonment of
Mascara.
his character.
And also, I think again, I don't know how much you guys care about this for a Marvel movie, but there are definitely different like movies that show that you can do a good job with this. This movie does not look good, in my
Yeah,
opinion, which I
most
think
Marvel
it's a bit
movies.
of a
When I
distraction
think
and
of a
maybe,
Marvel movie, I don't think of cinematography.
but I think this movie looks bad. Like not just like it doesn't look
Yeah.
have to.
Okay.
There's
I haven't
certain
watched this
movies
since
that
I
like
watched it in theaters, so
I
I've
agree.
watched it once since I watched it in
I haven't
theaters,
watched this since
and it was
It's
2021.
like
not a good
it's
looking movie.
there are
Really.
certain scenes where just this it just does not it's super gray or the
By the
CGI
way,
doesn't look good.
Brand New Day, in terms of how it looks, seriously concerns me. Every single shot in the trailer is just gray.
Uh-oh. Damn.
All
I know,
right.
I know you don't watch trailers anymore, which is
Yeah, I haven't watched one since it's probably been a year and a half since I watched the trailer. All right. With my next pick, um, there's a few that I'm between, but I think I'm gonna have to reach down to 3.5 one more time here. And I'm gonna go with The Suicide Squad by James Gunn.
Okay, I like that pick.
I haven't seen it
Um,
I
actually.
like the pick.
so this is a film that now that I'm looking at it on my phone, Joseph has it 4 stars, which I respect. And I can see why someone would have it 4. This is pretty close to 4 for me. But the reason why I chose this one out of the rest of my 3.5s, and I probably won't have to reach back down to 3.5, is because one, I think Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is like one of the greatest casting choices ever. Like I
In a superhero movie, maybe. Yeah,
it was just
I
yeah,
agree.
okay, you know what I mean. Yeah. It was so obvious. Like and it worked so well. She was amazing. She killed that role. That's one of my favorite roles for her. Which is a crazy take, but I she made this movie for me. And I just thought the plot was cool. A lot of people didn't like the giant star thing. I thought it was sick.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, him breaking out. I thought this was a sick movie.
I also think,
I've
or
watched this
sorry, you
movie
go.
twice, once when it first came out, and then once like in 2024. I think John Cena, and obviously Peacemaker, and then the show that ensued, which obviously helps with his character. But I think he's a very like just cool character. And for me, the first act is the best part of this movie when they're all getting together and it's showing everything. I think it's better than the
I
third act final
I
fight.
think the first 10 minutes of this movie is hilarious.
Yeah, the first act of this movie is
What
my
you know
favorite
about
part.
Weasel?
Weasel. You got to watch this movie, Tony. It's just
Also, you mentioned Margot Robbie. I also, again, like you mentioned, this is the introduction to John Cena's Peacemaker, who obviously it's a brilliant casting. I love the show, at least the first season. I kind of quit in the
second
middle of the
season was kind
second
of meh.
season. I think Idris Elba is also great. Viola Davis is great. David Dastmalchian is also very funny in this movie as Polka Dot Man,
Yeah,
and also Sylvester Stallone as what is his name? Is it
Sylvester
King
Stallone in
Shark?
this movie.
yeah,
He plays the shark. He's
yeah,
like basically the equivalent of Groot.
yeah. This is
He
a
says
this
like
is
three
a mess.
words,
Yeah, pretty
Cool.
much.
but it's funny.
Yeah,
I think this is a really good
yeah. So I
movie.
respect the 4 star on this. I have
Yeah,
the star one as my poster. Yeah, that one. But yeah, I'm going with Suicide Squad.
good pick.
Thank you.
All right, it's back to me. Um, hmm. Trying to figure out like again, there's just a lot of movies and that I could pick, and there's not that many turns I have left, so I got to think about this. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with The Worst Person in the World.
Never heard of
Have you
this.
heard of this movie, Yoni?
Never heard of
Heard
this.
of it? I haven't seen it. I don't
Is this beatable, Tony, or no? Or is this beatable, Yoni, or no?
know because I've heard good things about it. Is it like is it similar to Past Lives?
I mean, it's like a
Is it a
it's not necessarily similar. It is like definitely a sad movie
Okay,
for a
I
lot of
found
it.
this on the web for it. Check it out.
Okay, nice. It's definitely kind of a sad, melancholy movie, but it kind of chronicles like the years of like young adulthood for like this like young woman. It's in Norwegian from Lars von Trier, I believe, or Joachim Trier, sorry. Um, it's a very interesting movie. Definitely, you're like one of those movies that's like up and down emotionally. This is kind of I think Renate Reinsve's breakout movie, who obviously She was in like Sentimental Value, and she's in Backrooms and Fjord, which I'm excited for this year with Sebastian Stan. And I'm pretty sure she's for Fjord. She's like the early betting favorite to win the Oscar for Best Actress
Damn.
for this upcoming year, and she got nominated last year too. So I think this is a really powerful movie, driven with like super strong performances. Definitely like a movie that is a bit heavy, I think, at times, but it's also not like there's a lot of funny moments. Like it's pretty funny as well, but it's just a really like human movie, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, none of us have comments, but I'll think about watching it.
All right. So I don't know how either of you feel about. I kind of have an idea. I'm not sure if you guys will think this is too low, but I'm going the Dune one.
I like that pick.
If we could just not fully talk about it, just
Can
because
I
of the
pull it up
fact,
on the phone?
yeah, I basically treat this movie as that I never watched it because I watched it like in 2022, and I don't remember a thing from it because I was half asleep when I watched it.
Okay. So I think this is really good world building, and I like kind of learning about Paul Atreides. But I do think that this kind of lacks like a human aspect, and I think it kind of lacks like relatability to some of these characters where I don't think these characters are like um I don't think they're really as it's a world that's really hard to get into. And I think it does because of how obscure it is. And I think they do a good job, but not a great job here, where I didn't really find myself super invested in it, but also like it looks outstanding, obviously. There are good action sequences, but I don't think there's a like an emotional aspect of it at all with this one, which
Wait,
second one definitely has a lot more of.
does is Dune the only movies Denis has made since this?
Yeah, he's made Dune 2 and then Dune 3 since
He's
then.
got to get back to making bangers, bro.
Well,
I
you know
think
he's
that
directing after Dune 3.
What?
Cleopatra,
He's
which I don't
directing the
really
next
know.
Bond movie, like the restart of
No
Bond.
way. What? I can't see that Denis like a sci-fi guy. Why is he
Yeah,
doing
that's what I'm
Bond?
I
saying.
think he can do any. I don't
He
think we should
should
doubt
not
him.
be doing
He can
Bond.
do any genre,
If that's
bro.
like
Then he
Ridley
is.
Scott.
What do you mean? Ridley
Yeah.
Scott's a sci-fi guy as well. He just did Alien, The Martian. Like people can do multiple. I mean, Denis Villeneuve did
Yeah, holy
Prisoners.
cameo.
Um,
Yeah, what do
I
you
think
think?
also this movie looks unbelievable. I mean, it's Denis. This has so many sick shots, and like the way it shows like the different worlds and the different scenery, I think looks beautiful, and it's like really shows the scale. I think there are some scenes that are genuinely like chilling, or at least like I don't know what other words to describe it, but like a mix of super powerful acting, but also like emotional climaxes. Or I know Yoni said he doesn't really love the emotions in this movie, which I think on kind of the bigger picture I agree with, but within certain moments I think they're strong. And I don't know. I also want to shout out Oscar Isaac as a Duke Leto Atreides in this movie because super underrated performance to me. He's arguably gives the best performance in this movie.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think
So I like the pick.
I think Dune 3 could be like incredible.
Yeah, the Dune 1, Dune 2 back-to-back watch. I might watch it on like the same day is going to be
Yeah.
Generation.
Yeah.
It will be coming very soon. Actually, probably not very soon. I'll do it closer to Dune 3. All right,
Yeah.
guys. This is a fair spot for a top 10 movie ever in Tenet. This is as fair as it gets. I am willing to put a top 10 movie ever and the second best movie on this list at number 20. That is as fair as it gets. I'm
See,
putting my second favorite movie on this list. And as a result, if you do this, I will remember and be very nice with my vetoes.
I mean, I want to point this out, even though I'm not saying I'm going to veto this. You vetoed my favorite movie of all time at 21, five spots higher than you picked. So I'm just going to say, I don't want to hear that as your reasoning, as why we shouldn't veto it. I think we should do it based on the movie itself. Me and Yoni, I think I think I'm higher on this movie than Yoni.
By
I
the
think
way,
it's
I would
kind
just like to say before I picked this, I looked at Yoni's score. Yoni either lowered this because he knew I watched it, or he just completely
What does he
misunderstood
have?
the
One and a
movie.
half?
Because having this at 1.5 is
I think no,
genuinely
I'm pretty sure he had
blasphemous.
that the whole time.
Okay,
No, I
if he
do.
did, then he blatantly misunderstood the movie because that is blasphemous.
I think
I
it's you can have an opinion on it and
No, that
still
is blasphemous. This is a 5-star movie. This is a top 10
it's
movie
a
ever
3-star
created.
movie.
And the take that I've had on this since day one, this is the greatest plot of all time. End of discussion.
This is not a good plot.
This is the greatest plot ever, and the
No,
most complex plot ever, and the
not
coolest
even
plot ever.
close.
And if you scroll down instead of the amazing fan base looking at that putrid 1.5, scroll down, and you could see
it's a
no, not it's
3.4.
further down, further down. You can see the correct rating in 5 stars from Cooper over there.
5, 4, 4, 1.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3, 5, 3.5, 2, 4, 3.5.
So
I
what
think
I'm seeing is a lot of
polarizing
good
movie.
ratings and a few ratings like yours. Very
It's a
few.
polarizing movie for sure. I mean, I
Exactly.
think
I mean,
like
those ratings pretty much show up polarizing. Joseph might be the only person with a 3-star on there. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like 3 stars pretty. I mean, the average is what the most common ratings are 2.5,
The
3,
most
and I
common
know
is 4 by a good amount.
four,
It's
3.5,
4.
and 3
Yeah.
are the three clearly most common
And you can
ratings.
see the next most common one is 5.
But that's like almost every movie
The
will
next
have
most
five
common one,
stars as
5.
one of its 5 highest ratings. Like pretty much any movie will have that.
I don't know. I really want to veto this, but like I know
I
that
will
there's
remember it. If you guys let this be here, I will remember it.
I know that yeah, that's what I'm saying. And there's a movie that I want at 1 that I know
At 1. Wait.
Well, you don't
I don't
have the
want to look
first
at your
pick.
list, but at
don't
1,
look.
You
I
don't have
will.
the first pick.
Oh yeah. Um
Okay, well, I will keep that more than in mind at number 3. More than in mind. Like I'll pretty much guaranteed not veto
I
it
don't know.
unless it's
Yoni, I think
it's
you might have to bake in a little bit of like I don't know if you could try to take it all the way up at 3, but that's risky. I think I know what you're talking
you know
about,
what I'm
but
talking about?
I have no clue
I
what he's
think so,
talking
but I
about,
don't know
and
if
I'm
yeah,
fascinated on
you
what
have
this
to
is.
decide if you're gonna try to take it as high as possible or if you're gonna
Oh, I'm trying to take this as high as possible.
because
Because
I don't
because I
know.
don't know what this
I
is, but
don't
if Tenet is out of here,
unless
that
everything
movie
else gets
probably
I mean,
ends
I
up
will say
out of here, to be
The
honest.
only thing is,
I mean, like it
will
probably.
Joseph take it with number 1? It,
I have 3 vetoes.
vetoed. I
I
think
have
there's a
3.
chance. You
I
know what
have
I'm
three
talking about,
vetoes.
Joseph, right?
Hmm? I know what you're talking about. I'm not
I
going to give
don't,
you
but I have 3
anything.
vetoes.
I'm not going
So
to give you any
Oh,
like
no, that's
you're acting
true.
like I can't double veto. Again, I'm not going to be petty, but I will remember it if you let this be at 20. Which, by the way, I'm not trying to take it at number 3 like you are. I'm taking this at 20.
Well, no, number 3, this one's like objectively a better movie.
Okay, objectively, when this is a top 10 movie ever
it's not.
and the
But
greatest plot
I'm
of
not
all
going to
time.
veto this because my mindset is it's a collaborative ranking and if someone has like a clear 5 star they want and they're willing to put it
Also, I
lower,
knew Fantastic
I'm
Mr. Fox would
okay.
go higher by Yoni, which is why I vetoed it. None of you guys were ever going to pick it higher.
I'm gonna let this go because
I
for
will
the
remember
reasons
this.
exactly said.
I will
But
remember this.
also, I'm gonna
Um,
be honest. I'm gonna give 10 a rewatch at one point.
please do, and please look it up after and research. I beg you.
Well, hopefully, I can
All
just like
right.
movie.
Um
So yeah, we talked about this for a while on overrated, underrated. So if you want analysis on it, go check it out.
I don't want to have to keep like my last pick do the trend of picking a movie neither of you guys have seen, but this movie does deserve to be on this list. It's The Holdovers.
Never heard of it.
Have you heard of it? It's like a Christmas movie basically that came out. It's probably one of the best Christmas movies of all. It's Christmas holiday, but it's not necessarily specifically. It takes place over Christmas time. Very powerful movie about connection, family, uh, like loss. I think it's one. I mean, Paul Giamatti is incredible in this movie as this kind of like. I mean, I think the first sentence of the like prompt base or what do you call it? The summary kind of explains him. He's like this curmudgeonly uh into like teacher at like a prep school, and he has to kind of try to connect with a student over Christmas. And I think it's like a very, like I said, very powerful movie. I would recommend one of you guys should watch this if you would like over like a winter break because I feel like the vibe is more winter breaky or Thanksgiving. I think either is, but yeah, I watched this around that time last year and I thought it was excellent. Definitely Paul Giamatti. If we were doing performances of the 2020s, like a draft, I'd probably pick this one because he was excellent in this movie.
Cool. All right, I have my next pick here. I'm like I do really enjoy this movie. And I know Joseph really enjoys it also. I just don't want it to go any higher than this. I don't know how to pronounce it. Drook.
Drook or Another
What the
Round.
hell is this?
You could also call it Another Round.
Wait,
You could
what the hell is this?
I'll call it another
I
round.
low-key, yeah. I'm okay with this placement. I would have maybe had it a little bit higher, but
What is this about?
it's
It's
the
about
concept is really cool actually.
concept is like extremely fun. It's about these four teachers who kind of experiment on day drinking and how it impacts their mood
Oh,
and
wait, Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
how it impacts their ability to teach their students. And they kind of go through phases like we're going to drink this much during the day, then we're going to drink this much, then we're going to drink this much. And you kind of see how it impacts each of these guys differently. And it's a fun movie because you have four friends that have all known each other for a long time, so it's fun to follow them around and see what their friendship is like. It's also just fun because it has some really exciting scene. It makes alcohol, it shows what can be so damaging about it, but it can also show like how it can make some certain people feel. And it kind of shows the balance of it. And it's just like a really fun movie overall.
Yeah, and I mean this is in Danish, obviously. Mads Mikkelsen is fantastic and so are the other pretty much every like performance. I'm not really familiar with any of the other actors outside of this movie,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but I thought they were strong performances across the board, but yeah, I like this pick. I think it's
Yeah.
a great
I just
pick.
don't want it to go higher because I feel like it's it is great,
I'm
but
gonna put this on my watch list. Sounds like an interesting concept.
it's fun. It's fun, yeah. It's not trying to like
Do too
tackle
much.
its concept, yeah.
Yeah.
Knows its limits, which is why I really do think it's like in that kind of middle tier. But once again, I have it as a 4 star. It's fun. It's kind of a fun one to just watch at night. I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
100%. Okay. My next pick, I'm going to be going with. See, this is how many picks do we each have left?
Um, I think we have 6 and Yoni has 5.
Okay, we have six left. Oh, I don't have much left. Okay, I'm gonna pick something that I have. It's probably my lowest 4 star behind Rise of Gru. I'm gonna go with Thunderbolts. Um,
I was really thinking about picking this low.
You can
I
veto, but let me explain why first. I think the Void, before he gets defeated by the power of friendship, is just absolutely unreal. And the first two acts of this movie are amazing. The last act is just completely like, I don't love it. But I have this at 4 stars because the first two acts are like 4.5. They're elite tier for me. I
Yeah.
really like the first two acts.
I agree with the 4-star rating. I'm not like it's probably one of my weakest 4 stars to be honest, like of all time. It's really hovering in that range. I think I gave it
USA
a
scores,
4.
by the way. Sorry, we're watching this during the USA game. They scored in the third minute.
Nice.
Just so.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that up on my phone too. But basically, I do think this is one of the strongest Marvel movies of the 2020s for sure.
Mhm.
Like definitely top 3 from the MCU. 17 is really high
I mean, you
though.
can veto it, but I'm just like,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
it's
veto
good.
it because I
I'm
do
gonna
think it's
veto
very
it.
good.
It's too high for me. I'm
Too high.
fine. I'm okay with it.
I
Maybe
get you
a
not
little bit.
liking the last act, but why don't you think it's worth
I
it?
don't. I'm a little bit. I guess I'm a little bit tired of the constant like comedy in terms of Marvel. Like it's kind of not. Even though this tackles deeper concepts and like deeper ideas than the average Marvel movie, I feel like it's so like flooded with comedic characters and like comedy for kind of no reason. Like I don't know. I feel like it's just trying to copy Guardians, but it doesn't do it nearly as well. And the last act, the way they defeat the Void, it just feels so like classic, obvious, like
Yeah.
th- this villain. I don't know.
I
Also,
also
I also don't think this movie looks good.
I
Like
get that's a fine take, I
it's
guess.
I think it's visually ugly. I also
I
think
think I
like
think the whole part where they're in the basement of that secret bunker is just amazing.
yeah, I think Amazing is definitely a stretch. Like I'm lower on this movie than others. Like both my dad and my brother loved it.
I mean, you have the right to veto. I'm not gonna be that mad, but you're not
Yeah.
gonna like the next pick that I make.
well, he has 2 more vetoes and I have 3
Neither
more.
of you have watched this.
Oh.
And that's Black Mirror Beyond the Sea. And before you
I
say
mean, that's
something
not
about it
movie.
being TV, this is 80 minutes long. This is as long as some other movies that you
This
guys are gonna.
defeats the purpose,
This is
dude.
80 minutes
This is not a
long.
movie.
It's the only
Joseph,
Black Mirror episode I'm gonna bring up. and let me explain to all the viewers,
It's
Black
not a
Mirror
movie.
is a TV show that, by the way, has every single episode is its own. This is 80 minutes, by the way. So an hour, this is an hour and 20 minutes. So it's maybe 10, 15 minutes shorter than the next shortest movie we've put on these lists. So this is a fully fleshed out. It has three acts pretty much. It has three parts: the exposition, the middle, and then obviously the third act's a bit short in this. It's but it's not rushed at all. This is a perfect story in an hour 20-minute film that explains just the emotions of such a cool concept of sci-fi. And I really recommend. I know Yoni, you watched what's it called?
Shut
Shut
up
Up and
and
Dance. This is probably my second favorite. This is really good, and it has a really cool part of it that I really think you all would like. And this is like one of my strongest four stars I have.
I don't think this is it's a standalone anthology
But it's
television
80
episode.
minutes.
But that's like saying the Stranger Things final episode is a movie. That's like saying the
But
final
that's a part,
episode.
but that has other episodes you have to see to get it. This is you can watch the
But Black
standalone.
Mirror is a standalone anthology
Yeah,
series.
standalone. So with
Anthology
Stranger Things,
TV
that's an unfair.
series.
Stranger Things is an unfair comparison because you need to know what happens before. This has exposition, a middle, and a finale.
I just think if we're making a list of movies to people, this isn't a movie. It wasn't released in theaters. It's not under the movie section on any streaming service.
It's under the movie section of Letterboxd. When you search
That's
film,
only because Letterboxd only has movies or whole television series. They're not specific about that.
then why do you think this is? Why do you think Letterboxd has specific Black Mirror episodes instead
Because it's
of
an
having the
anthology
entire
series.
series?
Because it's an anthology series. They have
But
specific
That
episodes of every
infers
other
that each
anthology.
episode is standalone,
if
and
you
it's
That
look at
doesn't
80
make it not a
minutes.
TV show,
It's
though.
80
I know what you're
minutes.
saying. It doesn't make it them being independent of one another doesn't make it not
This
part of
is
the same TV
completely
show.
fair to put.
it's not a movie though, it's an episode of TV. I
I
don't
think I'm sure people I think you can say to the people watch this, it's a good recommendation. I'm sure it is. I just think you should pick something else for a movie draft.
I'm just letting you know I have seven things left.
Okay, I'll try to avoid taking what I think you'd pick
yeah.
because I
I
have
had
plenty
nine
of
left, and now I have seven left because I got two
I have
vetoes.
plenty of stuff. So
Apparently, this doesn't even count as a veto. So
yeah, I
I think
mean
this should count as a veto. But all right, I'm gonna go with my seventh weakest left out of the seven. I'm gonna go with Guardians 3.
okay, I like that pick. I'm cool with
Um,
that.
I want
this
to veto.
is we've
I'm
talked.
not saying I veto, but I want to veto. I'm thinking.
I I'm gonna run out. There's three vetoes in a row.
I'm really much lower on Guardians 3 than anyone else.
You have to remember the rocket parts. Yeah, I like more than just the rocket parts, but if you're gonna think about vetoing this, you have to at least remember that.
Yeah.
I
I'll
don't know.
probably
I'm cool with this pick.
I'll probably let it go because I know Joseph really likes this also.
You
Like
could veto, and Joseph could just pick it higher, which I would be completely fine with. But
yeah, Joseph will pick it higher
yeah,
probably.
think about it that way. We talked about this a lot. You can quickly pull it up, but we talked about this a lot in our trilogies draft. And this is a movie that Joseph and I really like. I have this at four stars and a like, so a 4.25. I'm not sure what Joseph has this at.
I have it at a
I don't know if you're the
4.
high. Okay, so I might be the highest on it out of everyone, but I think this is really good.
I think I expressed my feelings of that a couple episodes ago, but I really don't like their decision of what they did with Adam Warlock, making him into a comedic character when like in the comics he's such a big part of like the Infinity War and like the equivalent of Infinity War and Endgame trope in the comics. And he was a really cool character and they just completely butchered him. And I think the Rocket stuff is good, but I think everything else is just really average. Like I don't know. I can't really get past the negatives of this movie. Like the rocket stuff doesn't do enough for me.
I guess, but I'm glad that we're able to keep this.
I think this is a great Marvel. It's a very good, if not great, regular movie. Definitely a great Marvel movie. I think I won't talk about it in depth because we talked about it in previous episodes, but I really think that James Gunn did pretty much the best he could, given he was handed a tough situation with the Gamora thing going into this movie, which he wasn't told about before, like Guardians 2. So they kind of had to rewrite the script for that, which obviously I think maybe there's parts of it you can tell, but I think he did a great job. I think the emotional core of this movie is arguably the strongest in any Marvel movie. And
Fine take,
I
yeah.
really like where this leaves the characters, like thematically. I think everyone kind of leaves is left off in like a place that makes sense with their characters.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right, next pick.
Huh. Okay, I might have to take something here, but I honestly think this is gonna get vetoed. But it's
Don't do
like
it. I know
what?
what you're thinking. Don't do it.
No, it's not relevant to. I don't think you've seen this. I'm just saying I think Yoni's gonna veto it. But I'm just gonna say before I pick this, this is my number two movie of the 2020s. I'm picking Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
As
Australia.
he says that, Turkey
Turkey goal.
scores. Arda Güler.
I understand Yoni is lower on this movie by a
Fury.
lot.
That's
This is easily one of my favorite movies of the 2020s. I think this is just like a amazing cinematic experience to watch. I unfortunately did not watch it in theaters, which is like I mourn the fact that like I didn't get to watch this in theaters because I would have been so sick. But even just watching it on my screen at home, it was awesome. And I think Anya Taylor-Joy as Furiosa is I'm probably explaining all this and it's gonna get vetoed anyways, but Anya
Yeah, wait,
Taylor-Joy
Yoni,
is
well,
amazing
are
as
you vetoing so we don't
Furiosa.
have to
I
waste
think Chris
time?
Hemsworth gives one of the
Wait,
best
can
supporting
you tell us
performances.
if he's vetoing so we don't waste time on it?
The reason I'm not vetoing is because I didn't get a cinematic experience. I watched it A on a plane and B in black and chrome. So like
Black.
I don't even like I can't even really comment on it. I kind of blended it as the same thing as my thoughts on Mad Max and me trying to pay it or Fury Road and me trying to pay as much attention as I could. But like if I'm watching on a plane and it's in black and chrome, like I didn't really watch this.
I also what I was gonna say is I think Chris Hemsworth. Fuck, then I could have had it higher maybe. Shit, but I'm fine. I am fine where it is. At least
I
it's
do
on the
have it
board.
as like a I this isn't like a super genuine ranking. This is me kind of blending both Fury Road and Furiosa. But I have
Yeah.
genuine feelings about Fury Road.
I think Chris Hemsworth gives one of the best supporting performances in the 2020s in this movie. I think Dementis, his character, is easily one of the best villains of the 2020s, possibly in conversation for the best. I wouldn't, probably the best, honestly. I wouldn't have, I would have to see a list, but he's definitely up there.
Is this going to be turned into a trilogy?
No,
No, it's over.
George Miller's like 85, and
Okay.
I don't think I don't know if he's going to direct another one. I
Okay.
just don't know where they would go because this is a prequel to
Oh, I see.
Fury
Okay.
Road. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. All
I'm very
right.
happy it's on the board. Maybe I could have tried to get a little higher, but I didn't want to risk it. So,
Tony or Yoni.
With my next movie, I'm going. I know Joseph has seen this. I don't
What
think
is this?
Past
good pick.
Lives.
Good
It's
pick. I was hoping you would pick it.
yeah, it's a really really
We're just saying stuff.
emotional movie, but also like there's something that's just so like intriguing about this, and it's a really good depiction of like friendship and sorry, I thought the U.S. almost just scored. Um, but I don't know. I don't want to go too much into detail about it because Adam hasn't
Yeah, I
seen it.
haven't seen it, so
Like kind of relies on one like character relationship. I also think this is a good like depiction of time and how like you never really forget people that you were friends with originally, like as a child and like childhood memory in general. And also
Yeah.
it brings up topics of like regret and it brings up topics of kind of like wanting to change how your life is right now, even if you can be satisfied with it. But I think this movie has a lot to say and I think it does a good job with it.
Yeah. Definitely a emotionally charged movie. I've seen it twice and I think I had similar views on it both times where I thought it was a great movie and powerful performances. And it's honestly kind of just like a relatively neat movie. It's like pretty self-contained in terms of the story, but like very focused on the main two characters, but I think it does an excellent job and it's very powerful. So yeah.
All right. So 5 picks left for me. I have 5 movies left. Not a good spot to be in, I admit. It's my fault. But I'm gonna try and get all 5 off, and I think the last 4 aren't controversial at all. And this one, only one of us has seen. And
As in you're the only one who's seen
no,
it?
no, including you and me. We actually watched this together, and
Oh.
Yoni has not watched this. And I have this at a 4.25. I'm going with The Apprentice. Um,
Oh, I thought you were picking. Oh, okay. I'm
no,
fine.
I'm going with
Fine.
The Apprentice. I
What did you
think,
think he was about to take?
yeah, wait,
Wait,
what do you think I
I
was going
thought
to
something
pick?
for a second, but then I realized Yoni's seen this.
Yeah. Um, so
The
here's
thing.
the thing about The Apprentice. I think Jeremy Strong gives one of my favorite supporting performances ever in this
It's great.
movie.
It really is.
It's just chilling. I'm just gonna show this scene right here with you could just call it the birthday cake scene. It's just some of the best acting
Yeah.
I've ever witnessed. There's a reason I have
Oh,
this
this
at
is
a
about Trump.
4.25. Sorry.
This is about Trump.
This
Yeah.
is okay, so this is about Trump. I can just summarize it to you, Yoni. It's basically just about his coming up. And Donald Trump tried to get this banned before it was released because it depicts him in a very negative way. But at the same time, it also kind of makes you want to feel bad for him at some points. It's a really conflicting movie. I just think the performances in this movie, Sebastian Stan and Jeremy Strong, this is one of the
Yeah.
best pairs of performances.
Yeah.
Um, I just think this is a really well-made movie. It paced very well as well. Um, and it has some off scenes. I can admit that. That's why I don't have this in my elites here, but it's pretty close. And I think the acting is just phenomenal.
I'm in agreement with that. What I would also say about Sebastian Stan's performance as Donald Trump is like think about how hard it is in a day and age where someone like Trump has become like it's really hard to do an impression of Trump because it's like a caricature. And in this movie, Sebastian Stan like plays Trump as like you don't feel like he's doing a Trump impression, even though his voice is Trump-esque, but like he's not trying to do the overly Trump voice, which I think works in this favor because he feels more like what a real like younger Trump would sound like rather than like someone impersonating him. I
Yeah,
also think I really like this looks has like a grainy aesthetic,
it
like
does.
almost
Yeah,
like a retro aesthetic, which I
I like
really
it as
like in this
well.
movie.
Yeah.
So that's props to the cinematography and the direction from Ali Abbasi because yeah, I thought this was a great movie and a very interesting portrayal of Donald Trump and Roy Cohn. So
Yeah. Jeremy Strong she shot up my rankings after this movie. I already had him high from Succession.
Cool.
That's why I'm excited for the social reckoning. Yeah.
I'm not excited for that one. I don't know. I don't know why.
I'm not that excited, not because of nothing to do with Jeremy Strong, but I just feel like
No, yeah.
I don't know how
You
you
guys
can
are
do.
higher on the first than I am. That's why.
This is tough because it's like I don't know what Yoni's gonna pick, and I don't know what you're gonna like. I'm gonna try to pick something that maybe I'm the only one who's gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. I don't want to keep doing this because I kind of feel like it's harder for us to talk about it, but like
It's another one neither of us have
I
seen.
need this to be on the list. I'm going with No Other Choice, which is something
What
that's
is this movie? Bro's making up movies at
it's a
this point.
Korean movie that came out
Oh,
last year.
I've heard of every movie.
Bro's seriously making up movies. These don't exist.
This literally was Oscar
Never
nominated,
heard of
and
this.
this I watched this like a month ago. Definitely one of my favorite movies I've seen so far this year, as in like that I've just watched for the first time. Park Chan-wook really had like doesn't miss in my opinion. I've seen four of his movies. They're all
Have I
four and
ever
a
seen
half.
one of his?
No. But the way he just tells his stories about which almost all of them are very focused on like telling a social without spoiling social commentary about like kind of the class and hierarchy, but in a way that's either related to like violence or like kind of like irrational decisions. But I just really enjoyed this movie. I think the performances are great. I really love the kind of I wouldn't say twists and turns, but like kind of the different directions this movie goes. And like every time you're kind of thinking it might do one thing, it goes a different way. And yeah, it's really good at building tension as well. Definitely worth a watch in my opinion. Really enjoyed it.
Okay. So how many more picks do each of us have?
Four.
Four?
Each of us have four from here on out.
All right. I know
Jesus.
Adam's exact four.
Really? I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
So I'm not gonna take them because I'm really like fine with how high any of them go.
I'll try and put them in an order you guys would like instead of one I would like, just so you know.
I'm fine with like kind of anything. Like
Yeah.
I do think there's a clear one, which we both agree.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
three of us agree on.
I'm not gonna. I haven't looked at any of your lists, so I'm excited for what's gonna
I
come.
think
I
I
don't know what
know.
his clear four is. I feel like I know 3, unless there's one that I'm clearly
There's
lower
one
on
you're
than you
missing.
guys.
There's a clear four for me.
Because I'm looking at the ones that I've written down as possible taking, and only 3 of them are
Yeah, I
would
know
be
which one you're missing. It's the one I'm
or
picking next. It's the one I'm picking
I
next.
know
which
exactly all his for
I
his.
guess it's something that's not I wouldn't be considering that I'm lower on
I
than you
know
guys.
two that Joseph will take. I don't really know where I want to go here because I do think I'm gonna screw somebody with this pick.
All right,
I
go
guess
for it. Pick it.
like I
I'm glad Yoni knows my four.
yeah. I mean I have four. I think Joseph picks different things here. So in the order that I have them on my 2020s list on Letterboxd, I'm going Dune Part 2.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Never watched.
I like that pick.
So
Um,
so similar to the first Dune, I think the cinematography is unreal, if not better. Actually, no, the cinematography, and they're pretty much the same. But I think that this has a lot more to offer in terms of Paul Atreides' character development. I think that it has a lot more to offer in terms of the emotional aspects and how much you can connect to these characters. And I think it really, really moves the story in a great way. It has unbelievable fight scenes and like it has a really, really great speech. I'm sure Adam, you've seen the
All I've seen is like him going like that.
yeah, it has a lot more epic Paul Atreides moments, and hopefully Dune 3 will have that. It might be in a negative depiction, like in terms of I don't really know where I don't know the story of Messiah, so I'm not really sure how it's gonna go. But and then the Harkonnen planet is so cool.
it's so cool. And
It's
also, this is just a prime example of Denis Villeneuve as the director and Roger Deakins as the cinematographer, one of the GOAT cinematographers, just crafting like an unbelievable world and an
Yoni, you only
unbelievably
have this at
interesting
four
movie.
stars? I feel like that's very low from what I've heard.
I have it at a 4 stars as well, which means,
Really? That's
I don't
yeah,
know.
shocking.
I mean, I think it's
What are the weaknesses
I think
without
it's like an
spoiling?
8.5 for me, so it's like a
Without
4.5.
spoiling, what are your weaknesses? I'm curious.
There's some character dynamics or character
I think
relationships that I don't fully gel.
I think some characters are like really just kind of like just feel like part of the plot to me, like kind of just totally like I forget about. I feel like Zendaya's character is kind of just like really just whatever, and she's kind of supposed to be like a big part of it. I don't know, like I think it does a lot of things great. It's just like for me, it doesn't do anything like unbelievable. Like it doesn't do like a lot of things unbelievable.
But
Uh,
also scroll down for a second. Look at this cast. This is an insane cast. I just want to
God.
say, Chalamet,
Bardem,
Zendaya, Rebecca
Brolin,
Ferguson, Javier
you,
Bardem. This is an
Dune
Bautista,
insane
3 is gonna
cast.
have Robert Pattinson, which is
Yeah,
Skarsgård.
so cool.
This has
this cast is
Skarsgård.
insane. Yeah.
Skarsgård's my goat from Andor.
Also,
I
like
also think that if you want to talk, I know you use this word a fair bit, Adam, to describe like when you like something you like in a movie, you use like aura. This movie has
You
moments
say
has
that, but I haven't used that word once on this podcast. I use it a
That's
lot
true. But
outside of this podcast.
let's say in the
but
past.
Joseph
there are
Heenan is the
I'm
some
gonna
first
use it.
person to say that
I
word on
know.
this
This
podcast.
movie has a lot of aura moments and a lot of aura characters, but in the best way, not in a way of like they're
My
only
next
using
pick has
aura
aura
as
moments.
like to
I know your
distract from
next
like
pick.
bad
It does
characters.
have aura. But I also like in terms of Timothy Chalamet, he's easily one of my favorite working actors today. And I do think he's a really good Paul Atreides, but it is also a little bit hard to pick, like it is a little bit hard to believe him in the fighting scenes because he's so skinny and slim. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't know.
don't
I never really thought about it like
I
that,
don't know
but
who else would be a good Paul Atreides? Like I guess Robert Pattinson just because he's Batman.
he's too old.
And
He's
they're
supposed
kind
to be a
of similar.
teenager.
Yeah. And obviously Timothy Chalamet looks like that. He just is he is so skinny. Like he was a perfect like Marty Mauser. I don't think he's a perfect Paul Atreides, but like I once
Oh,
again I'm not
I forgot about that
like I
movie.
really, really do like him as Paul Atreides. I
Okay.
just think I don't know, maybe he should have put on some weight for this movie or some muscle mass.
Yeah.
Now
Speaking
that
of
we
that, I
have
mean the his kind of counterpart in this movie, who is again is an amazing character, at least in terms of just being a really great performance. Um, Austin Butler's character. You do
anything
see
with
he
him was so cool.
yeah, his introduction is really cool. I think this like showed me like Austin Butler. I think it's kind of the stereotype like pretty boy actor. Like people sometimes think, oh, he just played Elvis, like he doesn't have that much range. But like to me, this showed he clearly does. So
Also, the worm riding scene was really, really cool.
yeah,
No, it is a great movie. I know that like maybe Joseph and I are a tiny bit lower on it. Like so many people I know have this as like a
Yeah, having
five
this at a
star.
4.4 is or average 4.4 is mental.
I think like I said, letterboxd ratings are inflated if the movie has come out in the last few years usually.
Hmm. Okay.
But I still see why a lot of people have it at 5 stars. No doubt.
All right, just missing out on our top 10. I'm going with The Odyssey. So it hasn't come out yet,
Oh,
but
dude,
you
this does not count.
I got Tony. I got Tony. All right.
Delete that.
That'll just be all cut out because it was rage bait anyways. I wanted to see if I get you. All right. So
But this
just missing out on our top 10, I'm going with The Batman by Matt Reeves. Um, and I have this at a 4.25. This is just an aura movie, just as Joseph put it. With the last film. Not only is Batman Robert Pattinson's, this is again my take as someone who's rewatching the Dark Knight trilogy right now. Robert Pattinson is a better Batman than Christian Bale. That's my opinion.
yeah.
And this is a very popular opinion. And he's not as good. I think he does a disservice to Bruce Wayne. I think he makes him, this is another very popular take. He makes him look like a moody teenager. And he's supposed to be the rich Bruce Wayne, charismatic, and he just isn't that. And that's a choice by Matt Reeves on purpose. And that's also kind of better for Robert Pattinson in general. I don't think he would have played it like Christian Bale played it. But I thought this was a great introduction to a trilogy, and that's exactly what this is. This is an introduction, and I am very excited for Batman 2 based off what I'm hearing. And I think the Riddler I just think Paul Dano is the best part of this movie. And I just think it's amazing. I love Paul Dano's Riddler. He's just haunting, and especially with your blind eye, that scene in the prison, like it's just, this is a really cool movie. And it
Yeah,
looks
so
amazing.
I think we all have very similar opinions on the Batman. It is a great movie. The comment with Robert Pattinson being like a moody teenager as Bruce Wayne, I have problems with it depending on what happens in the next two movies.
Yeah, true.
If in the next two movies it's a character arc where Bruce
He
Wayne
turns
starts
charismatic.
off as immature and starts off as selfish and only doing the Batman stuff for himself, it's really bad depiction of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
It
I agree.
looks like this in all three movies. If he ends the Batman Part 3 or 4 or
I
2
think it's
or
going to be a
however you
trilogy for
want, and
sure.
he is what Bruce Wayne is and what Bruce Wayne should be, props to them. Like seriously, they did something a little bit different to start, and
Yeah.
it really worked.
I think this movie
Have to
does
pull it
drag
off.
at times, which is why
Yeah,
I have this at a four
it
star.
doesn't need to be 3 hours. Like
Yeah, I
pretty
have this
short
at I have it at
fast
4.25
stuff.
instead of in my elite tier just because it drags a bit too much for me.
I also don't like I don't know. I don't really like the casting decisions for Catwoman and Jim Gordon like at all. Like I don't know.
Yeah, Joseph, what are your thoughts?
On that specifically,
No, the
or
movie.
on the movie.
Yeah.
I think this is a great movie. I mean, I agree largely with what's been said about the Pattinson as Batman versus as Bruce Wayne. I think it is important to point out though, as Adam mentioned, that I think stylistically, Matt Reeves clearly intended for Robert Pattinson to play Bruce Wayne and like how he was played in the movie. So it's not like Pattinson is like just like
Yeah.
soloing and he's doing a
Yeah.
poor job.
But Joseph or
Um,
Yoni, I don't know what happened with the screen there. Sorry.
Um, yeah, this movie is really, I think this is easily like probably the Batman movie that looks the best of any Batman movie. And I do think the Riddler is a good villain. I don't think he's necessarily a great villain. And I do have some problems with the third act of this movie, which kind of bring it down a little bit for me, but overall it's still 4 star. Still think it's a great
Do you
movie.
like the flooding concept?
I didn't love the like on the concept of like with spoilers. Obviously, if you haven't
Yeah.
seen if you haven't seen the movie, skip this. Of like how there was like the online, basically the
Yeah.
just giant online crew of like Riddlers that like, or I don't know, I don't exactly remember what they were called, but like
They're like
that the
his
Riddler
followers. Yeah.
basically, yeah, like I didn't love that part.
I guess.
One thing about this movie that I hear about that I hear that I hear everyone say, US goal, um, that I hear everyone
Yo,
say
you're
is
spoiling.
I know people that have like watched this movie like over 10 times.
Wow. I've
Don't
watched this twice.
I don't really see what's so like rewatchable about this movie. It's 3 hours and it's like a relatively slow burner. I don't know. I just don't view it as like as a extremely rewatchable movie like a lot of people I know.
It was a sick. Did you guys? I'm assuming you also saw this in theaters.
I did
Mm,
not know actually.
I
Oh,
did
I
not.
pity that. This was cinema in theaters, bro. Especially I can just say this scene. Like, come on. It was
Oh, for sure,
insane
yeah.
in theaters. Yeah. All right, top 10
Good
time.
pick. Good pick. Good pick.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right, at number 10, I honestly, like I said, I haven't been paying attention to Yoni's list. I don't know if he might have thought about taking this. I'm just gonna take this here. If it gets vetoed, it gets vetoed. I'm fine with it because I have backup plans, but I'm gonna go with Bugonia.
you.
No, I'm
Who
definitely
the?
not vetoing that.
Who is this?
I was banking on you taking that and I knew you were
Who
going
is
to.
this?
No, this is a
Bugonia is easily one of the best movies that came out last year. I actually thought that last year was a really strong year for movies, in my opinion, and Bugonia is a great movie.
Oh, your
And
goat, Jesse.
Jesse and Emma and even Loki, they kind of carry, but also Aiden
Why were you
Del.
lying, bro? Turkey scored, not
I
USA.
thought US scored, then Turkey scored 3 minutes later.
What are you saying? Sorry, Jesse.
Um, yeah, so obviously I think this is like one of those movies where there's not a lot of characters really, but the performances and the characters that are there are just so strong and they anchor the movie so well. You have Emma Stone as like the CEO, and you have Jesse Plemons as this crazy conspiracy theorist, and also Aiden Delbus as his like
This is like
um
weird cousin or whatever.
cousin, I think, yeah. But he also, again, that's in my opinion, a great performance because,
Sure.
especially because the cousin, you'll see if you watch, this isn't like a spoiler, is clearly like special needs, and Aiden Delbus, the actor, is actually special needs, so like it's actually a very accurate
I didn't know that.
performance.
What's this about?
And
I'm reading the thing. Does
It's
that go
about
it's
into
about,
something else?
that's all I would say in
Okay.
terms of like without spoilers. I think
these
it's a really good concept,
two
and
like conspiracy guys abduct Emma Stone because they believe that she's an alien from a different planet.
All right, so I'm gonna watch
That's what
this.
the movie's about. I guess yeah.
This
I
Joseph.
just
would
is a
also
bit
say
high for
this is a
me.
good
This is a bit high for
introduction
me.
point. Hmm?
I think this is a bit high for me on the list. A 3.8 average rating of a movie that should be inflated because it came out recently. This high is kind of crazy, but
Um, what I would say is this is also a good entry point to Yorgos in my opinion. If you want to watch Yorgos Lanthimos movies, I think I've seen three or four, maybe three, but I think this was the first one I saw. Actually, second maybe. But his movies aren't for everyone, I will say that straight up. And some people will find like some of the choices he makes or style, like him stylistically, just not their favorite, which is totally understandable. I largely have liked his style, and I think this is probably the most like accessible movie if you want to try to get into him or watch him, because I think it's like the most like conceptually interesting, maybe. I don't know.
okay, got
But I
it.
think it's a great movie.
Joseph, would you say like in terms of my negatives for it, would you say that there are some scenes that are like kind of copies of each other and it can feel a bit repetitive?
A little bit, yeah. I think for me, if anything, the first half of the movie, I think the second half of the movie was definitely substantially stronger than the first half for me. Like, I think if anything, there were some scenes in the first half which either took longer or felt a bit like, how would I say? I wouldn't use the word weird, but like over the top a little bit, and then you kind of get adjusted to the tone, and then in the second half, I think it works a lot better to be an overall great movie. But yeah, I can
Yeah.
see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah. Also, this is not a take that I had. I don't know where I saw this, but like a content creator that I watched said this that Jesse Plemons is the modern day Steve Buscemi.
Who is Steve Buscemi?
He's
Okay.
like the weird guy that you see in like all Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, wait.
He's like weird, like
He's
Kevin,
in
and I
he's in
guess.
Big Lebowski. He's in He's in Monsters Inc. and Monsters University
Hmm.
as Randall. I'm trying to think what else you would have seen him in, but
I'll just look him up. I mean, you will instantly
Yeah.
recognize
he's obviously in like Fargo.
Yep. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
he's in
Okay.
Reservoir Dogs, obviously,
He's
and he's
good in
actually in
Reservoir
Pulp Fiction.
Dogs.
He's in one moment in Pulp Fiction.
What
Oh,
a
really?
garbage movie that is.
Yeah, he just makes a cameo in Pulp Fiction. He doesn't even like he's not an actual role.
All right. Yonatan Eo.
All right. Let's see. So I'm just gonna continue picking with my strategy. I had four movies that I want to take. Hopefully, there's no overlap between Joseph and I. This might have been an overlap, but I'm taking Marty Supreme. And it's
Veto.
a
Veto. I
veto.
despise this. No, I don't despise it, but this movie doesn't belong on this list for me.
Wait, did Joseph veto it?
I vetoed it.
Okay. All right. It'll get all right. I know Joseph's 100% taking it.
Yeah, I would just like to explain my rationale before Joseph eventually picks it and I eventually double veto it. But I would just like to say this movie again, so I've heard, this is not my style. I don't get the style. This movie's way too chaotic, simple as that. And it just the plot isn't good enough for me. For me, a plot is the most important part of the movie, and it's very close with cinematography, how it looks. For me, those are the by far two most important. I don't care too much about dialogue, character dynamics, style. For me, if it has a good plot and it looks nice, it's a good movie. This movie is, I guess, fine in looks. It didn't really stand out to me, but I don't think that was the point. This plot and style are just way too all over the place. But obviously, we can discuss the pot. You guys can discuss your positives when you eventually get double vetoed.
Okay. This is gonna seriously screw up the draft if it gets double vetoed. Like I'm just saying, I have like literally two picks left, and I don't know what to do.
Oh wait, do you actually? You could have said that. I don't want to make you reach, bro.
I'm in like a really bad spot here. I'm
Why
not
didn't
gonna
you say so? Okay, see, I didn't mean to do that. I don't think this. I have this movie at 3 stars, and I
like
think
I'm not.
I would have been fine if this movie was in like from 30 to like 25 or 24. But I just think 9 is way too high.
Well, it should be top five. So
I
my
have
point
this
is
at
that
three stars.
It should be
you have
top
it there,
three
but
for me.
Me and Yoni think this is easily top five of the decade.
It's top three for me. I have it as a 4.5 with a
It's
heart.
too chaotic, very simply.
And that's what makes it great.
No.
All right, I know. Well, hold on, let me remove a veto for Adam.
Yeah.
I think like I didn't want to like.
By the way, I'm probably not going to end up using a single veto at this point.
I think this is also like I did get screwed there. I actually didn't think that was gonna get vetoed.
Yoni, I have a lot of stuff, by the way, like low key, so
All right, I'm just
feel
gonna
free to take
take.
whatever, regardless if you think I'm okay.
This is gonna like I'm in a bad spot, but like I'm kind of in panic mode now. I know I'm
You
gonna
should have told me because I probably still would have vetoed, but I would have felt more bad. I wouldn't have been insta veto.
I'm gonna probably put Adam in the same spot I am now, and I'm taking All Quiet on the Western Front.
Veto.
All
You're acting
right,
like I can't veto that and take it later. Like what?
all right, all right, all right.
This is interesting.
I'll go Sinners here.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's bait. That is bait.
How is
There's
that
no way
bait?
you have
It's a
that rated
top
that
five
high.
movie of the
What?
2020s.
I thought you liked it
There's
also.
no way you have that
That's a
movie
top
rated that
five
high.
movie of the
You have
2020s.
this at 4 stars. No way.
What? That's not crazy.
4 stars with a heart. That's like half of what you've said.
God,
Also, Joseph
Sinners.
and I watched this in
Oh.
theaters.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did
Together.
too.
This was so fun to watch.
Yeah.
The music
This is why you go to the movies. This is a
No, it
prime-
isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, the music scenes in this were insane. The entire atmosphere and like the overall vibe with this movie was super fun. Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld were like super
The
good.
performances are sick.
The
Yeah.
vampire stuff, I enjoyed a lot. I didn't think it was like excellent vampires like stuff, but like really good like vampires in this. Like I don't know what's so crazy about this
May I
pick.
explain why I have this at 3.5
If
and
you
it's
want to
probably my
use
lowest
another
3.5?
veto here,
No, I'm not. But because for me, this is a 3.5, whereas Marty Supreme is one of my lowest threes. This is one of my lowest 3.5s, and I'm just not willing to waste
I think
that
you just
veto.
hate fun.
No, this is not fun. This is again, I Joseph knows every critique of mine because we watched this in theaters. Joseph already watched it. For me, I'm gonna list the positives and it's gonna be very quick. The last scene, the way this movie looks, and the parts where they're riding around, like when they're when the characters interacting. The vampire aspect of this movie is so beyond bad.
I thought
It's
it
Pissed
was,
good.
me off. I was
I thought it was
mad.
good, not great.
I was so mad at it. It pissed me off because it ruined at the beginning of this movie. I thought this was going to be in my elite tier. I was so excited, and then they ruined it with the vampire bullshit and the garbage scene of the past and present stuff. And then all the
That's
past
like
and
the
present.
best scene in the
That's
movie.
one of the worst scenes I've ever seen in my life. It's
That's
just
one of the best
so
scenes in the
it
movie, and
ruins
it's
the
easily one of the
movie.
best scenes of
But
the
not only is
2020s.
that scene garbage, are we not talking about how they were about to get destroyed by all the vampires, and conveniently the sun rises in about 3 seconds to kill all of them at the exact time he needs plot
I mean,
armor?
yeah. So
It
what?
was
Tell me,
so
can I ask
stupid.
what would you would have preferred that the sun didn't come up and they just die in
Either
that's the end
that
of the movie?
if that happens and there's no that stupid scene that I just mentioned, this would be a 4.25. It still wouldn't be elite because the vampires, the way they handled the vampire aspect was dumb. But if they continued the trend at the beginning of the movie and they didn't make that complete pivot, this would be in my elite tier. That's how much I like the beginning and the last scene, which is why I do have this as one of my weakest 3.5s, and I'm not going to veto it because there are parts of this movie I loved. There wasn't really parts of Marty Supreme I loved.
I think your take about the past and present
It
music scene
ruins
being
the
bad,
movie.
that's
It's
what you
so
call an
idiotic.
elite cinematic scene. That is
No, that's
crazy.
what you call a
That's
stylistic choice that doesn't work.
it worked completely. It's not only you did when I saw it, I was like, this scene is sick.
I was like,
It's widely
Joseph was in the
celebrated.
theaters with me. I laughed. I laughed out loud. I'm like,
Again,
what the hell is going on?
it's
This is
that's
just
ridiculous.
idiotic.
That's one of the best scenes, if not the best scene
It's
in the
one of the
movie.
worst scenes I've ever seen in theaters. I've
I
seen
don't
way
know.
worse scenes
I
at
think you
home.
said it. You said it the other day when you said you like formulaic movies. I think this movie goes outside of the formula for vampire
It
movies.
simply wasn't it. I'm gonna allow it because there were parts of the movie I did really like, and I have one veto left. But this is a garbage pick this high.
No way. This is a really great movie.
No, it was a great movie. It was. Okay. Next up, I'm going to go with Project Hail Mary.
Okay, I like it.
Project Hail Mary, all three of us have this at 4 stars. I have this as my second highest 4.5 star on Letterboxd. It's the second closest to the elite tier behind Wolf of Wall Street. This movie I've watched twice in theaters, one with friends and one with my girlfriend. And the reason why I rewatched it with her is because it's just one of those movies where someone who doesn't love movies will still like it. I don't know if that like makes sense.
That's actually a good take.
But you don't have to love movies to like this movie. The character, I can, I guess I could say characters, even though this isn't really revealed immediately. The characters have just such a great dynamic. I like the way it flash forward and back. I've seen critiques online. That some people don't love it. Um, and I think the only thing holding this back from being an elite movie is just that it didn't have, for me, it ruined some of the emotions. Some characters were like had like 9 lives like a cat, if that's a good way of putting it. And I just I also really like the way this movie ended, by the way. I like the final part of it where what they eventually decided to do with it. But there were just too many fake near misses, or I don't know if that's a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that holds it back a little bit for me.
Yeah, that's why it's not on my lead
In terms
tier.
of the flashbacks, like in terms of like the like on Earth plot and then in space plot,
Yeah.
I like what they did, but I don't think it was done at its full potential because I think they could have had more congruency with what was
I see
happening
what you
on
mean. I
Earth.
see what yeah.
Like they could have had scenes on it just like the scenes on Earth and the
They didn't
scenes
relate at all to what was
that
happening.
were back to back together could have been really, really good. And like how he's kind of either regretting his decision and
Yeah,
how it was shown on Earth.
I can see
Like
that.
I don't think they dipped into the emotional side of this in the right ways. Like they kind of dipped to the emotional side of like faking you out. This guy was
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, when they could have made it better. And Ryan Gosling is more than capable of like even showing
Of more
even.
range than he even had. Yeah.
I mean, Ryan Gosling, this is like arguably his best,
He
maybe
was
like
so good in this. He's so good.
like I don't think it reaches full potential, and
I'm so glad that 5 stars is the
you
most,
have the
even though I
plot
have this.
armor. But like, no, this is really a great sci-fi movie.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I agree.
really, really did think it was great.
Yep.
I don't really have anything much more to say besides what was already said because like I feel like I largely agree with what was said. Yeah, I thought this was a really great movie and a really great theater experience.
Yo,
I,
Yoni. Fist my bum.
I have one more thing to say. Like the most emotional slash biggest scene in on Earth was the Sandra Huller sign of the
The
time.
karaoke?
Yeah.
The
And that was
karaoke scene
good,
was
but
great. Yeah.
it was good, but I think that maybe it would have been more powerful if the like biggest scene or like most important
In
scene
space was right with
no,
it.
no, on Earth involved Ryan Gosling.
Mm.
Like I think it could have been more connected the two plot lines.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. I can
Okay.
accept critiques of this film because I don't think it's in my elite tier.
Yeah,
The
I
elite
don't
tier
think this
ones
is
is where I
I
will
think
fight
anyone
back.
that says this is a perfect film is somewhat lying to themselves.
I will say this is very well paced. I never got
Oh
bored.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think it dragged a bit into the last.
I don't think so at all. I thought this movie was perfectly paced. All right, Joseph.
This is tough because so I'm looking at
By
my
the way, I have no clue what you
four
guys have left
I'm
because
looking at four things I'm considering because I'm looking at my list and I'm like, okay, I think I figure out what you guys are picking for the rest on out just based on my list because I think because what you guys each have
two
two
picks.
picks and I have three, right?
Yep.
Okay. Jeez. The problem is I feel like two of the like I feel like I could go back to back vetoes here, unfortunately.
You can't pick something that I'm thinking because I have two
I'm
picks
not
left.
picking what you're thinking. I'm saying I'm worried that I have like two of the things I'm thinking are gonna get vetoed, which means I would have to read. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go off of we were talking about Sandra Hüller in Project Hail Mary, so I'm gonna pick another Sandra Hüller movie. I'm gonna go Anatomy of a Fall.
I haven't seen
I
this.
what are you picking so many movies we haven't seen?
I've recommended this movie to Yoni like 5 times and he's never watched it.
You've never recommended
This
this to
is
me.
a
I've never heard
courtroom
of this movie.
drama in French, German, and English. Like
Oh.
there's different scenes in all of those movies.
This kid's the most performative kid on the
This
planet.
movie is easily one of the best courtroom dramas I've seen.
So perfect.
Um, just super interesting, like conceptually, and also like you'll see, but there's one aspect that like there's multiple aspects that make it stand out, but there's one specific character. Like there's a child character who easily gives one of the best child performances of all time, in my opinion. Uh, just a super interesting movie, and I thought it was uh yeah, great
I
watch.
don't like. I just neither Adam and have seen this.
You guys were gonna veto the other things
Yoni,
I'm gonna
you have
pick.
three vetoes, right?
I have two.
I
I
would
don't.
use one because something this high in a collaborative list that neither of us have seen.
That
It's a
might be.
collaborative list, and something in the top seven is one of the three of us have seen it. It's kind of crazy.
You don't want to
I'm
veto?
just saying. All
I
I'm saying
can't.
is
I can't.
I picked it
All right,
because
you have to.
I can't. I'm
Party
sorry.
Supreme has to be. Remember Tenet. We let you go with Tenet. Tenet for me is a 1.5.
You want to know?
I'm gonna let you get
Wait, wait,
Tenet
listen,
and
listen,
Minions
listen,
Rise of Gru
listen,
and Minions Rise
listen.
of Gru.
Wait, before I say this, the reason why I'm not letting Marty Supreme go is because I remembered the other one, and I'm going to shoot myself when you guys pick it, but I'm letting it go, which is why I'm
I
using it on.
genuinely don't know what he's talking about.
I remembered it.
Is he
Yeah,
talking
I
about
remembered it a
Megan?
little bit ago, and I'm letting that go.
But like everything that we said with Tenet is just going to be thrown out the window if you're going to like destroy the like one of my
Not
two.
at all, because I'm letting something go that I would have double vetoed otherwise, because
I
you
might
guys
have
like it
to veto
more.
this just because like I don't Joseph, I'm sure it's a great movie. I will watch it.
Thank you. Thank you
I'm
for
Is
the
this
gonna
getting
watch it on my
vetoed or
watch
not?
list.
Yeah, none of us have
But
seen it, and it's
for
in the
the
Okay,
top.
fact
sure.
that a collaborative list and neither of us have seen it, this high is like we have a lot of movies here that
Okay, well
have.
then I'm unfortunately I'm gonna pick something that's you might want to veto then because that's just the reality of my other op actually, or I could the reality is if he's vetoing Marty Supreme, which was gonna be one of my next three picks, I know what one of them's gonna be.
I have no clue what you guys are thinking besides one of them, which I'm gonna let you
I'm
know.
worried that two of my last three picks now are gonna get vetoed.
Hmm?
I promise this isn't veto bait. This would have been my next thing, but I'm worried that if I pick, I mean, I could just try one right now, and then
Try it.
hopefully I'll try Banshees of Inisherin.
Never watched. Oh, Yoni, I've never watched. You have
I
to.
knew this is.
I veto it. It's too high.
It's
It's too
that
high.
bad?
No, it's not that bad, but it's not number
Top
seven. It
seven
is
is
for me.
crazy.
Dude,
I have it
this
as a
isn't
three.
this was in Seth's top 10 movies of all time at one
Okay,
point.
Seth is performative. I watched the
No,
Seth
no,
movie.
no, no, no,
This
no.
guy
Do
ranked
not
like top
disrespect
10 films of like the 1930s. bro. This
No,
guy's
do not
so
disrespect
performative.
Seth. Wait, shout out Seth Film Reviews. No, don't
Unshout
disrespect
out Adrian, by the
Ugh,
way. He
dude,
reacted to
No,
someone's
Jesus,
top
dude.
shout out
10, and I'm not trolling.
Adrian.
He glazed the top 10, and I hadn't heard of a single one of the 10 movies. I've
No,
never
shout
heard
out
of them.
Adrian. No, shout out Adrian.
It was
You
hilarious.
guys are putting me in such a tough spot because now it's either like the other things I have to consider either only one of you has seen or like dude. Um
Joseph, this is just too high for me. You
I
know?
understand, but then I have to reach down because I have to.
Yeah, but
If
reaching
you reach
down.
down for something we're fine with, then we won't care.
Yeah, but it's the next thing is the next two options are one of them you guys don't really like, and the other one neither of you guys have seen. I'm not
Go
going to
for
reach
one.
down
Go
just
for
to,
one that none of us really like because we're not going to veto it.
that none of you guys really like.
You said one of them is none of you guys really like. Pick that one because we're not going to veto it.
But also it's just too high for this movie. But it's
Pick it.
I don't know. Just pick what you want here.
Yeah, go for it.
again, you guys forced me into
So
this.
all quiet on the Western Front. It's a good spot for it.
If you pick that, I hope you know what you're going to see at number 5 is not going to be nice.
That's the problem is he's gonna even though first of all, I just want to say this. I am not again. I have my vetoes. I'm not gonna plan. My plan is I'm not gonna use any of them unless something ridiculous happens. All Quiet on the Western Front was not on my board.
It's in my 10 spot.
So I'm
But
just saying that, like, if I was gonna pick it, I would pick it here. But I know someone's gonna pick it later,
That's very
and
smart.
it would be considered like I just don't know. Like,
Pick the one that neither of us like. We won't veto it.
you will veto
I don't
this.
have any.
No, I
vetoes.
won't.
You might like this less than Marty Supreme.
It's not possible.
Also,
Of course, we went at 3. That's like
you also have this at a 3, and both of us like Marty Supreme more than like Yoni has seen Marty Supreme. I'm gonna say this. This is genuinely my pick. I'm picking this like this isn't veto bait. This is genuinely my pick. I have had this on my board the whole time, and
What
I'm
is
picking it.
this?
I'm picking Babylon.
Oh my god.
I knew,
Oh
I
my
knew you was
god,
gonna
that's worse
say
than
this.
Banshees. That's worse than Banshees.
I'm just saying, like, I can talk
Oh
about
my
it.
you gotta
god.
beat that. If that's worse than Banshees for you.
Wait, right now I'm pondering which one I hate more.
But
Marty
it's also
Supreme
think
or
about it like
Babylon.
this,
Wait,
right? I'm
let
just
me
gonna.
think.
This is my legit pick in the assumption you were gonna veto Marty Supreme. What I'm gonna say why you should veto this again. This isn't veto bait because I genuinely
Oh,
this is
so wait,
genuinely my
so
next
you make a
pick.
pick, and your first case is why you should veto this? That's
Yeah,
veto bait.
because I know you're
That's
thinking about
veto
it. No, it's not because this was genuinely my next pick. I've had it on my board this
By the
whole
way, no, I
time.
hope you know right now. I'm going through my head which one I hated more, Marty Supreme or Babylon,
But
before I
also,
Also,
decide.
Yoni and I have
Adam,
both.
listen,
Yoni's seen
Wait,
Marty
hold on,
Supreme.
Joseph. Listen, this is a collaborative ranking. I haven't seen Babylon. You have it at the same rating, and both Joseph and I love Marty Supreme far more.
Okay, let me ask you one question then. Let me
You
ask you
should
one
do the
question.
right thing here.
Wait, let me ask you a question. I purposely put a movie that I have it second on this list at number 20 because I know you guys hate it.
I
If
put one at
wait,
16.
listen.
Same
If
thing.
I veto Babylon, not only do you get Marty Supreme, which I have at 3 stars in the top 7, but you also get a movie which I have at one of my lowest 3 stars at number 1. How
But
is
this
that
is just a
fair?
function that you don't have that many high-rated 2020s movies. You realize that on a
I
30
get that,
list,
but how is that fair?
because you've said
The collaborative ranking.
yourself you have 8 movies
Also,
higher than 4 or above. That means you're going to
that
disagree with the
that
But
majority
I
of
three
the
think
fans.
I'm
star is
getting
not going
screwed
out
here in
well.
the sense that I purposely put my movie low,
I
and you guys
purposely
didn't
put
make the effort to do
Furiosa
that.
low. I put my say number
Okay, but
2
that's
movie
with
of the
Yoni. You
2020s
didn't make the efforts, but Marty low, and you know I didn't like it.
because
Or
I
the
know
other one, the
because
other
because
one.
because the average rating for Furiosa among you two was 2.5 and the average rating of Marty for you guys is what 3.75 because Yoni loves it and I love
But I've
it.
never
I
watched.
love
That's
Marty
not fair because I've
Supreme.
never watched Furiosa.
It's also just like you got to think about it like this. The reality is you said yourself you have 8 movies 4
I'm
or
sorry,
above.
I like Babylon better than Marty Supreme, so I'm not vetoing this. You're the one that picked. Wait, by the way, for
I'm
everyone
I'm
watching
I'm
this,
fine with it
for
being on the
everyone
board.
watching
It
this,
just this just means
Joseph
Marty's
just
ranking higher.
shrugged. Joseph just shrugged. You should be ecstatic
Because
when someone
I
doesn't
know
veto.
Marty Supreme's not going to
You
be on the
should be
list. What's up?
ecstatic when someone doesn't veto. By the way, and you
Not
just
really.
shrugged inside.
No, because I also had to
That's the
reach for
definition of veto bait.
no, because I had to reach for this. I was gonna pick this at like in the 20s
I'm
probably.
sorry, but if I'm comparing 1-to-1, Babylon is better than Marty Supreme.
Yeah, but if you were to compare 1-to-1 plus the collaborative group here,
I
there's a
already put my favorite. I already helped the collaborative by putting my second favorite movie on this
so
list at number
continue with
20.
that same logic.
What?
Continue with that same
But
logic.
that's not. That wouldn't make any sense because I already did it
But
once.
we helped you as well. We put Minions
Yeah.
Rise of Gru. I put Furiosa at 16.
That had nothing to do. But I'm
How did that
sorry.
have nothing to do with it? That's my
This is
second
this
favorite.
is
I put it at
really as
16.
simple as I think Babylon is better than Marty Supreme.
Yeah, but I know that it's relatively close for you. And if you put your Tenet at 20 and you were like,
That was fair.
and we were
Yeah, it
allowing
was fair because
Rise of
we
Gru,
both
So
don't really like
how
it
is
then.
putting
hold
Babylon
on.
something that I have at 3 stars and
The
Yoni hasn't
difference is that
watched?
We
because
should
you
continue
know that
on
it's
this
going to be a
fair
movie of
path.
at 3 stars either
I'm
way.
sorry.
You
I'm
can
not
pick
vetoing
one
this.
that.
That's my final decision.
We should continue on this fair path and continue with this trajectory.
What is a better representation for the collaborative list?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I would have had Tenet at number 2 or number 5 actually.
But if there's a movie that me and Yoni both have in our top 3 or 5 that's not on these
I
lists,
simply cannot have Marty Supreme this high. If you would have picked it in the 20s, I'd be fine with it. But it's
but
just I didn't like it. I might move down to 2.5. It's one of my lowest 3 stars.
is Babylon what, like a mid 3 star or a high 3 star? What is
I
Babylon?
would say Babylon's mid to low, but it's not one of the lowest because the ending sequence and parts of it were cool. There were no parts of Marty Supreme besides the relationship between Mouser and the old woman that I really liked. The ping pong parts I despised, to be 100%
What?
honest. Yeah.
How?
They were and by the way, if we're talking about Marty Supreme, him going to the person's like the old guy's house to try to get the dog in like the shootout, that's probably the dumbest scene I've ever watched.
That's a great scene.
It's an
It's what
awful
makes it great. It's
scene.
chaos.
It's too chaotic. It's ridiculous. So I'm sorry. This is just simply I hate Babylon. Sorry, I don't hate it. I have it at 3 stars, which for me isn't great, but it's better than Marty Supreme. So you're putting me in a tough position, but I gotta go with it. So you
All
can
right,
talk about
well, I
Babylon.
can talk about Babylon then.
Yeah.
Babylon is a movie that is very up and down in my opinion in the sense that the highs are super high and then the lows are kind of low, but there's a lot more highs than lows in this movie in my opinion. And it is a 3 hour movie, so the highs take up a lot longer of that 3 hours. So I do think this is a very good, if not great, movie. I think it's easily one of, if not Margot Robbie's best performance. I actually think Brad Pitt, it's one of his weaker performances, but you also get the performance from. Can you pull it up on Letterboxd?
I could see that as being one of Brad. I didn't really take Brad Pitt away from this movie. I guess yeah, I didn't take that away at all.
Um, I think what's his name?
Wait, scroll down.
Diego
What does Joseph
Calva.
have this as?
I have this at a 4 and a heart, I believe.
Really, I remember when we watched this, we had a similar. I could have sworn you didn't love
No, I
this.
gave it a 4. I've always had it at a 4.
I could have remembered that we both thought it was a bit ridiculous.
Look, I gave watched and rated 4 stars on Tuesday,
No,
October
I'm not
9th.
doubting you did. From your reaction of it, I didn't think you would rate it this.
Um, Diego Calva as well as Miguel, I believe, is fantastic. I think he's easily, from what I've seen from him, which is maybe only 1 or 2 things, his best performance. Yeah, I think this is a really good movie, like about movies and about this era of Hollywood.
I would
And
love to hear
I think
Yoni's take on
sometimes
this
it
movie.
goes in the wrong direction and that it's a kind of a miscalculation from Chazelle.
I'd be
Like,
fascinated to see Yoni's take on this.
but I think for large portions of this movie, it works super well, and you're really into the movie and the characters and the atmosphere that Giselle builds. Yeah. So I think this is a great movie.
Okay. Um, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I have two picks left that are my top two. I'm just gonna pick my second favorite. It's kind of what I've been doing the entire draft. I'm just gonna take After Sun.
I was wondering
Oh,
where you
you're
guys were
taking
going because
After
I've
Sun.
never heard
Okay.
of this. I've never heard of this, but I knew you were gonna pick some movie I've never heard of because I couldn't think of any more.
Hold
So,
up.
You
Let me
think I'm
think
gonna
about
take
this
by the
for a
way,
something?
I'm
second.
gonna get some light. Give me a second.
I'm gonna
You feel honestly feel free to veto. Like if
Do
this
you
goes,
have I completely thought your second was something
I have
else.
I have more picks. I just know like someone else is gonna take them, but like you can't like
Well, do you
Whoa,
have some
whoa,
I
whoa,
thought
whoa, whoa.
I
Joseph,
thought
don't
there was
veto
a
this.
I thought there was a clear movie you were taking here.
uh
I know what movies left. I knew, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. Me putting Tenet in 20 and letting that be at number three is gonna pain me, but I'm gonna deal with it because it is what it is. But I had no clue this was coming because I don't even know what this is. What does Joseph have this at, Yoni?
we both have it as a 4.5. And
Then
I
why
thought
does he want to veto it?
because it
I
could be
might put it higher.
Oh, higher, really? I thought. Oh, okay. I got the wrong impression.
this is a special movie. Like there, I'll talk a little bit about it.
Is it
Joseph,
worth watching? Is it
Ugh,
worth putting
this
on
is
the watch
gross.
list?
yes,
This
yes.
is actually a gross
You're not
situation.
take your time with the veto. Like genuinely think
Don't
it.
veto it.
Go to
Uh,
the list. I just want to. How many spots? This is the sixth pick.
Don't veto it, Joseph. We each have
Dude,
two picks left.
what the hell? This is like.
but let me talk about After Sun a bit.
Do you not realize which one he has left, Joseph? Even I
It's
know
just
I
it.
know what he has left, but I'm saying I thought he was going to pick something else. That was one of my picks.
it's just
I could
Oh,
just take the one that I thought he was going to pick, but then,
yeah, do that.
yeah, but I also have the number one pick.
Oh, you do.
After Sun's a shorter
What is
movie,
Joseph
but
gonna put at number?
I'm going to veto this.
all right, we'll talk about it later then. All right, now I'm in a tough spot because I literally cannot pick this
I
movie.
really thought you were going to take something. Maybe you're lower on this movie than I thought. I thought there was a clear 2020s movie I thought you would like specifically.
All right, once again, I'm going All Quiet on the Western Front. I mean,
No, you can't. Once it gets vetoed, you can't pick it.
oh
Oh,
no.
that
Let's
is
go! Come
true.
on,
All
come
right,
on. Have that. Have that.
uh,
Woo!
oh my God, I don't know if I want to take this low. I don't have any more. I had three options. I'm gonna say all three options. Well, I'm gonna say that I'm not saying the one that I want at three. You just
I know
vetoed
what it is.
after then Oppenheimer goes at six.
Are you kidding me right now?
And it is painful.
All right. Well, I'm doing what I did last episode. It is what it is.
it
It's
pains
starting
me
again. Just know
so
who started it.
because it's my
I was
actual.
nice and put 10 into 20. You guys
I
started
don't
it.
have another pick.
All right,
I
you
don't
guys started
have
this. Just so you know.
what
This
to
is
do.
it's happening again.
I don't really know what that means.
The exact same thing I did at 5 last time.
I am not joking right now. It is
Okay.
either Oppenheimer or Disclosure Day. I
There's
don't.
no way you
Wait, are
have
you
nothing
not
else.
forgetting? Hold up. You're definitely forgetting
Yeah, you're
something.
forgetting one.
I
Just
thought you
remind him so he doesn't so this list doesn't
Wait,
count.
can I say something? Can I say something? What
Joseph,
about Killers of the Flower Moon?
I don't like it that high. I have it at like 11. I don't
would you
really.
okay, wait, question. Would you have Killers of the Flower Moon at 6? Or would you rather have something at 5 that I have to reach for? Would you rather your reach be in the top 6 or my reach? That's the
Let me
question.
see my stats. Hold on.
No, just think about it. Would you rather your reach
I
be in
know,
the
but
top 5 or mine?
I want to see if I'm like really missing
Because
something.
now I have to go back and look for reaches, which I don't think you guys are going to
I
like.
don't want you to reach. Your reach is going to be a disaster.
So then just pick Killers of the Flower Moon. Have your reach instead.
How do I check my 2020s list? Oh,
You
films. All right, give me a second. Hold on.
just pick Killers, bro. I'm already letting what's gonna be as your next one be as your next one.
1 second. Maybe I'll just go Happy Gilmore 2.
That's a good
Is
take.
that a real pick?
Joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I would have been happy with that pick. I would.
Or maybe like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Jesus, man.
I'm not going to look at your list because I don't want to do that, but there has to be other ones on there. There's no way you have no other ones.
I mean, it's this, All Quiet, which would be like my 10 or 11.
But you can't pick that because I vetoed it.
And then, all right, whatever. I'll just go Killers.
Very
I
smart.
thought you were gonna pick that, to be honest, which I'm happy with because it
I
should
don't
be on.
know. Like, I recognize this as a great movie, but I don't really love it. It's really, really, I think maybe an hour too long. Like, this is such a lengthy
How long
movie.
is it?
It's 3.5 hours.
Three.
It's ridiculous.
What?
It is kind of ridiculous how long this goes for.
3.5.
I really like everything it has, but it is so long, dude. Like I feel like I honestly feel like that's a fair complaint. Like you never hear me complaining about how long a movie is. This is 3.5 hours, like a slow movie. Once again, I have it as a four. I do think it's a great movie. Like I love like Scorsese's like maybe my favorite director ever, but this could have been like cut down. But also some positives about it. The music throughout, like the kind of like banjo music going on, like pretty much the entire film is really great. It looks really clean, and it's a good story. Like these are like it's a very great, it's a great movie. Um, but I don't know. I don't really I didn't want to have to be the guy that picked it. I don't really have any attachment towards this movie. Like it's an incredibly like I don't really think it's a special De Niro performance or a special Leo performance. I'm like I have this at like 11 on my 2020s list, and I'm really like not that happy with where this is.
I mean, I'm happy about it, to be honest. I mean, it might have, especially considering like
4.5, three and a
some
half.
other stuff. I honestly might have taken this a little bit earlier if like to make like, but I thought you were gonna take this, to be honest. Maybe I thought you were higher on it than it is, so I was cool with letting you take it, but
This is a
and
genuine
then
question. How can a movie be 3.5 hours long? Like how? Like there's no way a movie
There's a lot
needs
of
that much.
story to tell with this one, I guess. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of different
there's
events
a
that
lot of
happen.
also character building, different events happening.
Yeah, there's a
Interesting.
lot of like different events happening like towards the mystery.
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
But Joseph, you can agree with me. Like this did not have to be 3.5 hours long.
I mean, yeah, I mean, in the sense that like I don't know. I mean, maybe like cut off like a little bit. I don't agree that you can cut off an hour from this. I feel like I don't know how this movie would have worked if it was 2.5 hours. Um, Even though, yeah, I do think this movie can drag or like sometimes be a little definitely slow at times for being a 3.5 hour movie. I think this is like if you're looking at the movies in the 2020s and you look at just strictly by performance, this is probably the number one movie of the 2020s because I think DiCaprio is great, but I don't even think he's a top two performance in the movie. I think De Niro is, like I've said before, I think De Niro in this movie is amazing. It's one, especially considering, his age. He just is fantastic, and you kind of hate the guy, but you can also appreciate he's kind of like a charismatic guy. And I think Lily Gladstone as Leo's wife is also unbelievable in this movie, in my opinion. Yeah, and you also have a lot of good supporting performances too. And I think this movie is kind of like a classic Scorsese vibe, in my opinion, but he's tackling a bit of a different subject matter. But I
Mhm.
think this is a great movie.
I'm probably not as high on the performances in this one. I think they're like really good, but I don't hold them to the level that you do, I would say. I don't know.
Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
They
Okay.
are very good though, like all three of them.
All right. All right. Next, I'm gonna go with the greatest war movie ever,
It
by
is
a
not
good
good.
margin
It's
for
not
me.
close,
For
but
me, it's a good margin because I've never seen Apocalypse Now. There's nothing that even compares to it. All Quiet on the Western
Saving Private
Front
Ryan, bro, is
is
clearly
my
better.
only five-star war movie. I think it's my only elite tier war movie, and that's I don't know if Inglorious counts. I don't think it does. Um,
Depends on who you ask.
yeah. This movie is probably the most gut-wrenching movie I've ever watched. Like period. This is the most empty I think I felt after a movie, period. And it just takes you on a perfect ride. I know your guys' critique with it. You don't like the B plot of it. I disagree, but again, I'm not going to hold it that much back on you because some people don't like it. I really like it, but again, for me, this is just the perfect depiction of war, the perfect depiction, and what happens at the end is a perfect depiction of war. And yeah, this just the character arcs, and
Uh,
it's not just the end that pays off character arcs. There's parts in the middle that pay them off too, like the chicken plot. Like there's just so many good parts of this movie, and this is a perfect 5 star for me.
I mean, I'm only not vetoing this because I do think it's a very good movie, and also because it's better than the alternative, whatever you'd have to reach for. This is entirely too high, in my opinion. I think this is a very good war movie, maybe even great. I just don't think it does anything particularly special compared to some of the other war movies that to make it stand out as,
Emotions?
mm, eh. They're very good, but I don't think they stand out as like clearly above any other war movie. I think that you mentioned the critique of the B plot.
I see no
I
issue.
think that's Edward Berger just trying to do a little bit too much, trying to stray away from the story a bit. The original book and the original
Daniel
movie.
Bruhl is brilliant in this movie.
No,
He's
he's
brilliant. This
okay.
is
He
one of his
doesn't
best
really.
performances behind
No,
Zemo, probably.
he's way better in Inglourious Bastards.
Maybe no, Zemo and All Quiet on the Western Front both better than
I
Inglorious.
don't think he does anything as an actor in this movie besides just playing like a diplomat.
You have
Anyways,
to be attached to the B plot if you think this is a 5 star movie, which I kind of was.
I also think that I know that you said that the ending is emblematic of war, which I understand, but I also think the ending is
If you
what
think it's
you
too
could call
movieized, I
cinematic.
disagree with
I
that.
think it's the cinematic convenience in the way that you think the ending of Sinners is cinematic
Not
convenience.
at all, because that actually happened in real life. There's literally accounts of that actually happening. You can look it up. It's based off like a real thing.
The
Not
sun
I don't
also comes up in real life. What's your point?
My point is that this actually happened, and that in real life, the sun doesn't come up in 3 seconds. It went from dark to light in 3 seconds. You can watch it back.
I think that the ending is interesting. I don't know. I understand
I
the
think
ending.
I didn't expect it at
I
all.
think
I didn't see it coming from a mile away.
I saw it coming, but I'll get
I
into
kind of
it.
saw it coming
Yeah, that's fair.
because the
It
tone of this
shocked me.
movie was I thought he was going to die at some point.
And
Yeah,
okay,
so
I'll try and flash a spoiler warning because this is a movie everyone should watch going in not knowing anything.
I'm gonna say spoiler here. I 100% agree with Joseph, like everything he said, but I also want to add something. Oh my God, Turkey,
USA scored, yeah.
insane
Yeah.
goal.
Was
Who
it
was
crazy?
that?
I'm just on
Is
FOMO.
that Sebastian Berhalter?
Oh
Yeah,
my
it was.
God, that was ridiculous. But anyways, um, the entire movie foreshadows the main character or characters dying
It
in the
does until you think it's about to be over.
it foreshadows it the entire time. And there's a scene very early on where the main character, Paul, sticks his head out of the latrine or like the
And his helmet gets hit, right?
and like either his helmet gets hit or like he almost gets hit, and then one of his commanders says, "Get down." And I think what would have been an extremely better way to handle the ending was he makes the same mistake again. He peeks his head up, boom, gets shot, turns to like screen turns to black. It would have had the exact same effect, but it would have been foreshadowed better.
No, not
And
necessary. The ending as it was
I
perfect.
just think it would have been like a better way to handle that.
Not for me. But I can't I'm
Mhm.
not gonna.
Yeah. I think this is a very good movie. I don't know if it takes enough cinematic risks as a war movie to put it in that absolute top tier, but
Mhm, I guess.
yeah, not a pick I hate. It's too high for me, but yeah.
Too high for me, but not crazy too high. Like I would be happy with like 12 to 10 spot.
Okay, so here's the problem. I have two picks, and one of them was going to be something that's going to get vetoed.
Just take the one that gets vetoed. Like just do Marty
Yeah,
Soup.
but I need to think about like the problem is I'm looking at these movies again, similar to Babylon. I'm looking at the options I have, and either neither of you guys have seen them, or one of you guys doesn't like them, or both. So,
Just get his veto
all
off.
right,
Like
yeah, I'll take Marty Supreme.
Hey, give me a second. I need to think of something. Give me 1 second. I might be missing something. Give me 1 second.
I mean, I would love for this to get in.
Like the reality is that I'm genuinely looking. There isn't like a clear movie that's in my next
There
10
has
that
to
both
be,
of you
but
guys have seen and that both of you guys are would be okay with. It's either neither of you guys have seen or one of you guys doesn't like them pretty much. And I don't know what would be this is tough.
almost done. Sorry. I was trying to think of a way to somehow maneuver it so the other one I could get out because I know, but you know what? I'm just gonna veto this and and let the other one go because I don't like the other one at all, but I knew one of you two were gonna pick it. I think it's gonna be honestly, there's a chance I think Yoni's gonna pick it. If he does pick it, it might be the worst movie on this list.
You
But
picked Minions Rise of
Rise
Gru.
of Gru is 10 times better than the movie. It's way better than the animated movie.
All
Way
right.
better.
I got to go into the archives. The good thing is I do have a lot of like I am getting a 4-star here. I'll see if there's one that you guys have both seen and that you guys would uh so there is one you guys have both seen, but you both don't like it, unfortunately. Which I don't know if I'm gonna take it.
Why would you rather like this Reach and something that we still both don't like than Marty Supreme, which two of us absolutely love?
He's trying to prove a point.
No, I'm not. Not at all. I genuinely, it's one of my
Do you
lowest.
want to know what I'm genuinely considering picking right here as one of my like 2 or 3 things I'm considering?
What?
I'm considering one battle after another.
Oh my God. Adam, you have to save your veto, dude. Come
I'm
on.
considering it because like it's one of my 4 stars, and it's like you guys have both seen. Would you
How
rather?
do
I
we
mean,
keep getting into these situations?
I told you before Babylon when I picked
No, you
Babylon.
started this
Be
with
fine with
Babylon.
Marty Supreme.
I told
Either
you that
Marty Supreme or one battle after another. I
I
know
told you
I'm gonna
multiple
think through it
times
again. The
that
same process with
I
Babylon.
literally said I'm not doing this intentionally, but a lot of like the movies, if you veto Marty Supreme, you guys don't
You're telling
like.
me you have nothing else than one
No,
battle. That's
it's one
high.
of the 3 I'm thinking about
Do you
right
have
now.
anything higher on your
I'm
list? Because if you literally have a
there's
list ranking it, there's no way you don't have
Well,
anything
it's favorites.
higher.
Like I have one thing I have over it is the unbearable weight of massive talent, which was on my underrated list with
What
Nicolas
number is that
Cage.
for you?
It's a 23, 3.4 on Letterboxd.
Okay, I'm gonna be
Um,
totally honest. I just pulled up your list. You have multiple top 20s that still haven't been picked. So that would be
the
veto.
only one I'm considering that's top 20. The
You have
reason
multiple top 20s.
this list update is a real pain. The thing with it though is like I like it the less that's gone on. Like since this list has been updated last.
How?
Because it like made an impact on me when I watched it, but I don't really think about it ever.
one veto Marty Supreme, bro. We both
Bro,
fit.
I
Also,
did
you say
something.
multiple top 20s of the ones that aren't getting picked. That's like the only one. So, for sure. But I don't think I'm actually I might take fuck. Picked holdovers, picked worst person.
Okay, but
Pass
even
on.
so, you have one battle at 32.
I have like 3 I have 3 over it I could pick. I'm not
Go
picking
for Wake
decisively.
Up. I plan on watching it. It's a cool movie.
But it
Or
doesn't like
but if we think about it,
but
nothing.
at least one battle after another is more like a of a decade defining movie than Wake Up Dead Man. And they're like very similar in my list.
Bro,
Same
one
with
battle is so mid. One battle has cool moments. Marty Supreme doesn't really. So for me, if you pick one battle, again, I'm
It's just
sticking with
like
my Marty
here's the
Supreme.
thing. It's like to me, I know you'll say I have like I have what 2 or 3 higher on the list that I could pick, but those movies aren't as like decade defining, so it's hard for me to
Here's about
decide.
decade defining.
But that matters. It's like
Doesn't matter
that
for me.
absolutely does matter.
This
It's
is
the
a
same way that you guys pick No Way Home. No Way Home is not a top
I
30
didn't
actual
pick No Way
movie.
Home.
It's between one battle or the unbearable weight of massive talent, to be
So a
honest.
real pain just doesn't exist anymore.
Adam, this
I'm
is
not
your
picking a
fault.
real pain
It's
because
my oh, it's my fault.
This is
Don't even
100%
try
your
with it's
fault.
my fault.
What if I vetoed of
No,
yours?
it's not that you vetoed. It's that you purposely veto baited me with All Quiet when you knew I'd pick it. Which again, we already discussed this last time. It is where you have it on your list. I'm not going to debate that, but you knew I was going to pick it. So that's one. And then
That doesn't count
second,
as veto bait. He's allowed to pick that movie.
again, he's allowed to, but he knew I was going to pick it. But the main
But I
thing
don't
is,
want higher.
no, the main thing is I was generous and put Tenet at 20. You should have put Marty Supreme in that range too.
But two of us love that versus just you.
Okay. Well,
I realize that.
Marty's been vetoed because I think Marty is worse than One Battle and Babylon.
You have One Battle, same rating, I guess. So you have
Yeah,
it.
I have all three of those at 3 stars.
Mm,
It's either One Battle is coming or the unbearable weight of a million other words in the title.
I don't even know what that
with
is.
Nicolas Cage. He plays himself. It's actually funny as fuck. Yeah, we have a friend who actually really likes this movie and agrees with me, but
Who?
well, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna air them out.
I don't think they care.
Huh?
I don't think they care.
This guy Wyatt Herman.
Oh, Herm. Oh yeah, he'll be on our podcast very soon, 100%.
I don't know if I should pick that just for
Yeah,
him.
yeah, for a foreshadowing act like Thanos.
But also that being at 4 is insane. Like, I'm sorry. I was thinking about picking it with like my 30th pick. Ugh.
Why don't you just go with Oppenheimer and just screw everyone here?
I'm glad to go Oppenheimer, and then
No,
I
I'm
get to
not
reach.
because at least I'm reaching into 4 stars. He's reaching into like 3 stars, dude.
Oh no, I'm not planning on reaching into 3 stars.
To like 1 stars. He's gonna pick like Quantumania or Love and Thunder. So no.
No. I'm gonna pick something that one of our friends has it a 5 stars.
I don't trust this so-called friend.
5 stars. I'm serious. One of our friends has this movie at a 5 star.
I'm not letting.
I'm not trolling. It's one of their favorite
taking
movies
something
ever.
here because I'm not letting.
It's one of their favorite movies ever.
I'm taking it here because I'm not letting him reach.
You're picking what?
I'm saying I'm taking a reach here. I'm not gonna let you take a reach, so I'm gonna take a reach.
Can you just say the
By
movie?
the way, I wasn't lying. One of our friends does have it at 5 stars.
What movie is it?
Once Joseph picks, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Because I don't want if he picks Oppenheimer,
I'm not picking Oppenheimer. I'm
Just
telling
say
you,
it
I'm
now.
picking one of those 2 movies that I've talked about. So
Just say it now.
All right. One of our friends' favorite movies ever is Everything Everywhere.
oh yeah,
Oh my God. I haven't seen it, but like
One of
I,
our friends has it at a perfect 5 star.
I do trust. I know
All
what
right,
film it is.
all right. This is a
If you want that
2020s
at
list.
2, bro, you can
This
pick
is a
Oppenheimer.
2020s list, so I'm picking one battle after another.
It's just such a bad
I know you
pick.
guys hate this pick, but
Oh my God. We
it's
came
like
out of
my
the
hi-
movies with the similar reaction.
no, that's not
We
true.
both
I had it
have
at a
it.
3. I have it at I had it at 3.5 out of it, and then I watched it again, and I liked it. I liked it more the second time I watched it.
That's performative because the public
It's
like this movie.
no, it's because Paul Thomas Anderson movies get better on rewatch, and that's like just a fact
EPA
from
is finished,
observation.
bro.
All right. This movie came out last year. If you haven't seen this, I would say
Don't watch it. Don't waste your time.
no, what I would say is like it's definitely a movie that if you're not used to, again, I keep saying this every time we talk about Paul Thomas Anderson. What I will say is this is probably one of the Paul Thomas Anderson movies that is like more accessible, I would say, or like more
It's
like
easier
I
to
think you can enjoy it and not necessarily have to like other Paul Thomas Anderson movies. I think this as like a stacked cast and the performances are great across the board. Leo, Sean Penn, Chase Infinity, Benicio del Toro are all great. Tiana Taylor. Um, I think where my problems with this movie are is like some stuff relating to the plot, as you would say, or I would say the first hour or 40 minutes of this movie are not my favorite by any stretch of the
Oh, it's
imagination.
not the first hour. It's about the secret Christmas bunker. That was
That part
garbage.
that's funny as fuck.
No,
That
it's
part is funny
not.
as
It's
shit.
stupid.
It's funny as shit, dude.
Oh my
Um,
God. Yoni, have you
and-
watched this?
Yeah, I have it as look at my rating.
What do you have it at? Just scroll down.
I-
Yoni,
it's
you
right
should have
there.
saved a veto. You should have saved a veto. What do you? Oh, you have it 2.5.
The score is excellent. First of all, everyone knows
No, it's
without
not.
spoiling,
There's
there's a
nothing
scene near the
memorable.
end.
No, I
There's
actually
nothing
disagree.
memorable about the score.
There's a
I
car
actually
scene.
disagree. I do
No,
not
there's
like
one great scene in this movie, which is the reason why it's a 3 star, and that's the car
This movie
scene.
is also just funny as fuck. I can't
No,
even
it's
lie.
not. The comedy did not
It's
land
pretty
for me at all.
funny, dude.
The comedy did not land. It's so
Dude, it's pretty
unfunny.
funny.
This has almost as bad humor as everything everywhere all in one.
No, no,
Okay, that's a little disrespectful.
not even close.
The only good parts of this movie were the car scene and Sean Penn. That's it.
Leo.
Leo was fine. This is
This is easy. This is a better Leo performance than The Revenant. And I said this in the actors
Yeah.
episode. This is like my fourth
Yo,
favorite
you're
Leo
baiting me,
performance.
bro. You're baiting
No,
me.
this is like my fourth favorite Leo performance. The
Oh
Revenant
my
is like fifth or
God, this
sixth.
has nothing. This is the worst ever. The Revenant's his best
This
ever.
is nowhere near his worst
This is,
performance. This is a great
if you think
performance.
this is better than Gatsby, you're just a clown.
It's easily
Gatsby,
better than
he
Gatsby.
is 10 times better than Gatsby.
Easily better than Blood Diamond, for example. It's easily
I
better
haven't
than
watched Blood Diamond.
Inception. It's easily
No,
better than Shutter Island.
he's
Actually,
not
not
better than
easily better than
Inception
Shutter
or
Island.
Shutter Island. Absolutely.
It's
If
easily
you
better than
watched Shutter
Inception.
Island in one battle and after another, and your takeaway was Leo was better in one battle, please
Yeah,
rethink
Leo is better in
liking
one
movies.
battle. Leo is better in one
No,
battle. He
Yoni,
has to
what's he
do
better in?
more.
One battle. I agree with Joseph here.
Over Shutter Island, where he
Yeah,
portrays such a
Shutter
range of
Island is a
emotion.
better movie, but Leo
He
is better in
portrays
this movie.
almost no range of emotions in this movie. In Shutter Island, he
That is so
portrays.
not true. He portrays anger, sadness, like just like being pathetic. I don't know what emotion you would call that.
Are
Like
you
secondhand embarrassment.
Overwhelming joy at times.
Oh my God, no. The
Yeah.
emotion he portrays in Shutter Island is 30 times better than the emotion he portrays in this.
He's way more like melodramatic, and I think he's way more one-noted in Shutter Island.
No, he's not. He goes from ambitious, and then he goes to confused, and then he goes to anxious, and then he goes to shocked. What just happened?
I mean, the U.S. could have scored. It's fine. All right. Well, this is the number 4 pick. I like
I
I
hope
said,
everyone. I hope everyone
I
that,
would
that,
not
that,
have
that
this.
is on this
This
list
isn't my
knows who
actual
put this
number
here.
4 pick.
I hope
This would be like my
will know who
30th
put this here.
pick.
Everyone will know
But
who.
again, I had like how many picks did I vetoed? Marty Supreme vetoed. Banshees of Inisherin vetoed. Anatomy of a Fall vetoed. Like
I only vetoed one of your picks, and that was Marty. You
so,
get mad at Yoni for getting rid of all your picks, not me.
I'm really mad you guys vetoed Anatomy of a Fall.
That's not
To be
me.
honest,
That was
because like
Yoni.
you guys haven't seen that.
That was Yoni.
I think it's the fact that I haven't seen it because it's collaborative. Like for a movie in the top 8, I want things that
All
we've
right,
all.
let's get these top three fast because we all know what they are. Actually, I don't know what Joseph's picking at one.
This movie's unbelievable.
Okay.
It is the best comic book. It's maybe the best movie of all time.
Okay,
Four.
I'm picking Oppenheimer here with number 2.
Okay, great pick.
This is the best movie of the 2020s for me. I have no clue what Joseph's picking at number 1, and I'm honestly scared. But this is the number 1 movie of the 2020s, and it's going to be soon to be number 2 after The Odyssey comes out. Christopher Nolan does it again. It's just so well paced. It's one of the shortest 3-hour movies ever, and the way he uses black and white at times, the way the explosion scene goes, the ending is haunting. There's not one bad thing I have to say about this movie.
Joseph, I'm assuming you're taking After Sun.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
I'm taking After Sun at 1, but we'll talk about Oppenheimer first, I guess, for a little
Yeah,
bit.
can we talk about Oppenheimer? We skip by it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in agreement with this pick. Definitely, probably. Honestly, I probably would have picked this number 1 if I had like my completely own list. Probably I would have it at 1. Very close with like my top 2 or 3, to be honest. But yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I think this is also one of those where like the ensemble cast obviously spearheaded. I don't even think you can call it an ensemble cast movie in the sense that
Yeah.
usually implies that there's like not like a clear main character, but I would say the depth of how strong the cast is in this movie. You have obviously RDJ won the supporting actor for this. I don't even think he's the best supporting actor, even though he's great. I think you can say Jason Clarke as the basically I don't know exactly what you call his role, but like the guy who was questioning Oppenheimer and Kitty. You could say Matt Damon. I also think you also have great performances from like Alden Ehrenreich, Josh Hartnett, Florence Pugh, Benny Safdie, as well as I always forget the name of the guy, like the Hungarian
Mhm.
uh physician or whatever, physicist is great as well. I think this is like one of the most consistently well acted movies. And I agree with that. It takes like a 3-hour movie and it makes it enjoyable and it doesn't
It makes a
drag.
historic topic enjoyable.
I don't think I think the only time you can say it might drag a little
The black
bit, and
and
I
white,
really don't think. No, I would say like when they're setting up like the
the
town.
town.
Yeah, that's the only point I would
I don't
say.
think it drags, but I can see that critique. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like my favorite part of this movie is definitely the first act. The first act,
Really?
yes, easily.
For me, it's the third.
The first act of this movie is like by a million miles the best hour of like science involved like a science movie on screen ever. It is so entertaining and it flies by how fast it is. And the score adds to this a lot by
Yep.
what's his name?
Ludwig
Is this
Göransson.
Ludwig?
Göransson makes this movie, makes especially the first act of this movie feel like it happens in the blink of an eye. No, I'm in a full agreement with you guys on Oppenheimer. Like, I would have been really happy if this was number one. Like, this was probably the most influential movie of the decade so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in the conversation for
It's going to
sure.
be behind only the Odyssey after the Odyssey comes out. Christopher Nolan does it again. The greatest
What's
ever.
behind something else on this list too?
It's mental.
All right, the number one movie of the
After
2020s
pun,
according to our list
finished
is After
movie.
Sun.
Finished movie.
Because,
This
uh,
movie is overrated.
very weird attitude to have. This is a very sombering movie, about a serious subject matter, and it's like I would say one of the saddest movies I've ever seen, to be honest. It's a very sad movie on it, but in a different level to some other sad movies. Not like as in like it's different subject matter and the way it handles itself as a sad movie is not comparable to the way a lot of other movies handle it. It's just it's more quiet, if that makes sense, in the way that it handles the sadness of this movie. Um, but I just think it's Paul Mescal is incredible in this movie. Definitely one of the strongest performances of the 2020s. I think it also looks incredible. Like you'll see there's different ways this is shot. There's a lot of interesting like camera choices, I would say, as well. And Yoni can talk about it as well. He has it rated very highly.
I think it has, like, in one part in particular, Joseph definitely knows what I'm talking about. One of the most moving sequences in a movie I've ever seen. Like, there's a part in it that is really, really incredibly well done. Um, and the whole movie, you're kind of waiting for something, and you're kind of waiting to see what happens, and you're kind of questioning the like where this movie is going, and then it really does hit you. And yeah, no, this movie also does look like beautiful in terms of the colors. It's one of the like best uses of colors I think I've seen. Um, yeah, I'm in agreement here. This could definitely be number one. It's definitely in my like top like 70, 60, 50 movies of all time. Yeah, so I do think this is an incredible movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to, at the end of this, real quickly, spend some time on some movies that are coming out for the rest of the 2020s that could be on this list, or do we want to make that a separate episode?
We could just do like a most anticipated like projects coming out, like maybe later.
Yeah. Okay. So definitely stay tuned on the
Projects.
podcast because
Maybe projects that we want to happen, like movies
there are
that
going
we
to be some movies that we know are coming out. Obviously, some we don't, but like Chazelle's prison movie could be really cool. Obviously, the Odyssey is already a top five movie ever. Things like that. So yeah. All right.
Heat
All
2.
right,
Yeah, me
guys,
too.
thanks for watching. Leave in the comments
Yeah.
what you think was left off, what you think's too high. R.I.P. Marty Supreme. And
It's actually a joke that why didn't I veto Minions? What the hell?
Minions
Yeah.
Rise of Gru is better than Marty Supreme.
I just thought I thought there would be more stuff I would want to veto.
All right.
thanks for
yeah.
watching.